Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us voice actors get together and play Dungeons and Dragons. Crazy, fun, nerdy times. So, we are unfortunately missing Travis Willingham again this evening because he's a pussy and had to go see Avengers tonight. So feel free to let him know on Twitter. But anyway, we have a really fun, action-packed adventure as if last week's wasn't tension enough. Let's see how the rest of the group manages to recover from their climactic battle at the top of Emberhold. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and give you an intro and some of the character backgrounds before we come back. Hey guys, welcome back. While we are missing Travis, it's totally fine. Avengers is a fantastic film. It's a wonderful film, and hope he doesn't spoil anything for us in his return. But he has missed. Travis, we miss you. We'll have you back next week, hopefully.
I'm gonna spoil the movie for everybody. They win.
But do they?
What do they?
It's. But do they?
I don't know. It's Joss Whedon.
I know.
They were.
Oh, it's true.
Nice. I'm not sad.
All right, so welcome everyone. If those of you, it's your first time, buckle up for some interesting. So we're a bunch of voice actors who play Dungeons and Dragons, and this is our campaign we've been running for a while. To give you a little heads up on the story so far, the party was hired to find an individual named Lady Kima. She is a halfling paladin of the Platinum Dragon Bahamut is her deity.
And we found her. We found her.
You did. I was going to get to that. So they went seeking her in caverns beneath the dwarven city of Craghammer. After much fighting and surviving, they managed to find their way to a Duragar fortress called Emberhold, where they found Lady Kima captive beneath. They released her, and then, using her help, assaulted the throne room at the top and managed to slay King Murgle of the Duragar. However, in the process, Grog, our intrepid barbarian, was kidnapped by the queen mage before she could be slain, who then also disintegrated a portion of the roof, letting an entire cavalcade of molten rock into the fortress. The party then had to make a heated escape. However, a number of their party members, due to the gaze of a basilisk, or two basilisks that were kept in the throne room as pets, Lady Kima and our Tiberius Stormwind, our dragonborn sorcerer, are currently stoned. Dragging them out of the fortress as the magma began to fill the interior. A very deft escape was made, aside from Vax unfortunately getting his foot temporarily submerged in the lava, taking some serious damage to his foot. The party managed to make their way outside of Emberhold proper, and you've all taken a moment to breathe at this point, realizing that thankfully, for the most part, you've all survived, aside from the missing party member and a few in a state of flux at the moment. So, picking up there as we leave off, where we left off, you're all breathing heavily. The sincerity of the battle has just come over you. The adrenaline's still pumping through your system.
Foot melted off.
It's kind of there.
Mostly. You can see 4 of the 5 toes.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's
4
about
out of 5.
3.5.
Did I lose the big or the small?
This would be small.
Okay.
So,
Okay, you could do without.
So your balance is
say
probably
that.
a little wonky.
a little bit.
A little bit.
So,
Hear that athlete's foot though. Gone.
true enough.
Is anyone following us? Can we do a quick check around to just see if there's any
Make a quick perception check.
perception check? Starting it off with a 19.
Yay!
Okay.
Glancing around, you start hearing various Duragar screams from above as the individuals that were still inside the fortress are in the process of trying to get out or in the process of slowly melting in the molten rock. What you do also notice is that off towards the bottom base of the stronghold, a number of the Duragar that reside in the buildings that surround the exterior of Emberhold proper are mounting arms and charging up towards the stronghold to give aid to wherever this seeming loud shouting and screaming is coming from.
Can
Does
they
anyone
see
seem
us?
to be paying attention to us? Yeah.
No, they're far enough away where you don't think it's an issue and you're off to the side for the moment, but you do see probably a close to 30 to 40 Duragar are currently swarming out of the small city and making their way towards Emberhold.
So right now they're just kind of focused on the chaos of the temple.
Yes.
There was a
you can
path
see.
further
We should
down.
get out of here.
There was a path further down that led further on into the tunnels. I think we should follow that.
Well, hang on. Grog can't be far, right?
It could be in another dimension.
No, he can only be 1,000 feet away.
Who says who?
They used the spell Dimension Door that Tiberius has.
We hope.
He used
She
what
was
you
dimension
used.
door.
I have a spell that can go to another dimension.
Well, I remember the gods on high telling us last week that we recognized the spell that was used
By
to
the way,
be Dimension
this is
Door.
the best
right.
conversation we've ever had with Tiberius.
Right.
Serious.
Oh man, I feel like it's gonna come
I say-
back to bite you in the ass later. Because he is still conscious, right?
So wait,
No,
Grog's,
no,
Grog's
he
it
is.
is
gonna-
Can he hear?
darkness. He can't hear, he's not conscious. He is currently
if Grog
salt
is
stone.
close, we still need to get out of the way of these 30 people.
We still need to
So let's go
hide.
Let's
And heal.
at least follow the path, find a place where we can hide and just
Around a
recuperate.
corner or something. Can we stealth kind of further down?
You can try to. You currently are carrying 2 large solid stone statues with you.
That's yeah. That
So
sounds-
it's definitely possible, but you're gonna have to come up with a creative way of doing so.
Grog had the rug, didn't
Yes,
he?
I can do
Grog
that.
had the
I'm gonna
entire
go
bag
ahead
of
and,
holding.
Everything.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Pass Without a Trace on the party.
Okay.
Percy, I think you and I are on Tiberius.
Yes. Okay.
If we do not move, will this 30 Duragar mass hit us at some point?
You can find out.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like asking the future.
Maybe can I use my rope of infinite twine, which I have on my person? I never used it.
Alright.
Because it's connected to my rope.
Right.
Can I use that and like tie it around Kima and hook it to Trinket so he can drag Kima along?
You can. So, I will say for this circumstance, you guys preparing this, casting the spell, beginning dragging the stone, the group make an initiative check.
Oh no!
We took too much time.
We should just run.
Natural 20.
Woo!
Yeah, you see flashing. There we go.
That's been a kind die to you.
So 20 plus whatever your initiative modifier is.
27.
27.
13.
Okay, 10.
12. 17.
15.
All right. Okay. So
Distract them. Get them away from us.
you guys begin to drag the stone, or your 2 stone companions, across the jagged obsidian floor of this deep, dark cavern. The heat from the nearby lava fall is still causing you to sweat profusely, and you're sore from the previous battle you just endured. Those of you who are wounded, you can feel the stretch of the muscles and the tearing of what sinew has taken damage in the process. As you begin to pull kind of parallel to this duct of lava that pours off the side of Emberhold. You keep low so that you aren't actually blocking the light source, which would be a very keen visual to anything that's looking in that direction from a distance. But you slowly make your way across. At this point, the Duragar have not been able to get there before you guys move off from the side, so they haven't caught up to the position you were previously, but they're beginning to swarm around the sides, and you see them yelling at each other and shouting commands. Some of them are starting to grab large rocks and fill in areas of the stronghold. Some of them you can see where robed individuals begin casting spells. You can see portions of other stone walls beginning to mount up and try and block the flow from the interior and exterior of Emberhold. However, you guys are still within eyesight, technically, of any Duragar on that side of the fortress. So I'm asking everyone now to make a stealth check. Those that are pulling the statues with a disadvantage.
So that's Trinket.
Plus 10.
So Trinket and you and
But we all add plus 10 to...
correct
Okay.
to the final roll.
I have a question. If I have advantage for other reasons, I have a cloak of elven kind which gives me advantage. Does the advantage and disadvantage cancel out until
They
1?
do.
Okay.
Yes. Your foot being wounded though
Yes.
is a disadvantage right now.
Right.
So that then goes back down to disadvantage.
Can't win with this guy.
Just for the circumstance,
It doesn't matter.
unfortunately.
All right.
So you're dragging
But-
a statue with a partially melted
Liam,
foot right
it
now.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Oh god.
So a plus 10 to the roll.
So,
14.
what plus the 10?
That's including the 10.
All right.
22.
11?
20.
20. That's my low roll.
That's,
Yep.
Ooh, 20 for trinket and 29 for me.
25.
Oh, all right. So, as you keep hunched low, slowly dragging these stone obelisks of individuals across the jagged floor, you seemingly do so without any of the Durgar eyes catching you through the low light in the cavern. Partially due to the fact that you guys are doing a pretty decent job, and partially the fact they're more obsessed that the central piece of their fortress right now is essentially about to be completely filled with molten rock. About 20-25 minutes or so, you manage to pull just past where the lava flow dips down into what looks like a small opening in the flooring, and you are past the immediate heat of the magma river. You are now pressed up against the wall of the cavern as it begins to twist around and head downward, further deeper into this subterranean mountainous space. You're all beaten, you're all sore, and currently, what do you want to do?
Keyleth, can you cover the entrance to where we are to give us a little bit more of
No.
a stealthy? No.
I'm
spells?
exhausted. I can't do anything else
And
right
what's
now.
the terrain? Is it just flat out in the open to sea, or is it sort of scoured with ins and outs, peaks and
It's
valleys?
the same type of topography you've encountered when you first entered this giant cavern. So you can see large, crooked, black spires of obsidian rock kind of shooting up and curving towards the ceiling.
Okay.
It's all over the place.
I can make another hallucinatory terrain. I can do that stuff.
Okay, maybe you
good.
can make it
Just close off the
Can
wall.
I just make it to where it's just
look
like
like
a
there's no
wall?
path, or
all
that.
last.
I think hallucinatory terrain lasts like an hour if I think about it. Books,
What about-
books. Where's my book?
Can I look around and see if there's anywhere that looks like we could hide, tuck in between rocks or something where we would be
Find the
visible?
best.
Please.
Go ahead and make a perception.
Best option.
Oh wait, I get an advantage.
You are in the Underdark, correct.
It lasts
20.
for 24 hours.
24 hours.
Sweet.
Put a
But you have to
flow
be
in front of us.
concentrating the whole time. And you can't restore your, you can't go to sleep. You can't go to sleep.
Hang on.
As she's glancing at that, you make your way about 10 minutes away from the area where the rest of the group is currently gathered, keeping a very, very close eye on the topography of the wall of the cavern as it slowly curves around further in that direction. You do manage to find portions of the wall that jut out and kind of leave these small pockets. They themselves might not be super safe for a long period of time, but they give you a little bit of cover. Depending on how well you were to dress it, you might be able to see a few individuals discovering you if you were to
Okay.
stay there.
I think yeah, let's do that.
It's not a concentration spell. It just takes 10 minutes to cast and it lasts for 24 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast it and make it look like there's just a wall with another kind of lava flow that's kind of come out.
Okay.
And it's starting to
So-
happen.
As you walk back to notify the party, you watch as a portion of the mountain, seemingly out of nowhere, extends, and a lava flow appears pouring out of
Wait.
the wall.
Was someone not inside?
No, we're all in. We're all in.
Well,
It's an
well,
illusion.
He was
I
out
was
and about
searching
while
for
you did
another
this.
place to
Vax
hide.
pokes his head through the illusionary lava and goes, "We're in here. Come on."
Oh, lovely.
So your heart rate eventually normalizes. You do have a decent pocket of space here that as long as nothing attempts to walk into the wall, you should be okay to rest here.
So we have some time. Let's regroup.
Probably.
So
Wait,
I
here's what I'm
Sleeping
afraid of. If we sleep, we could lose Grog's trail. Like, he could be nearby right now.
Can I?
We're not much use standing
Let's
right now.
let's just make a decision right now to leave Grog and continue on.
what?
Let's just forget about him. He was a good friend.
What?
We'll have a toast to him.
Scanlan, that's
we'll
the worst
sing
thing you
about
ever
songs
said.
of his memory.
Scanlan-
You are shitting with us, right?
Within a few days, we'll forget he ever
Scanlan,
existed.
no one else
Oh,
wants to go to a
yes.
whorehouse with you. You'll be going to whorehouses
All right,
alone.
fine.
Yes,
fine.
no
you.
more whorehouse.
Here's another option. My foot hurts, but I'm not too bad. How are you?
I'm okay.
We could go look.
We could. Or maybe I can use my tracking and see if I can catch a scent.
I mean,
I'm gonna,
Can
I
I-
don't know. Grog does smell.
I can use my beast sense. That is one more thing I can still do. I could theoretically. We could use trinket.
We need to undo
rest.
the stone that has taken over Tiberius and Chima.
Do I have the necessary tools
Okay.
to synthesize a potion out of the basilisk blood?
You can certainly try. It's a very ramshackle setup. You do not have an alchemical set, but you can certainly attempt to, using a small fire, a couple of your general smelting tools you use for your metalwork, you could attempt to distill it down, but you would have, that would be a combination of a tinkering roll on your point followed up by somebody else's medicine roll to attempt to properly prepare it.
Are all of Tiberius's things stone with him?
Yes.
I'm going to walk over to Tiberius and cast Greater Restoration on him.
Okay. So as you're having this discussion, Tiberius, you briefly go from this moment in the heat of combat where you feel your muscles intensifying and tensing up and not answering to your mind's command as you look up angrily at a series of Duragard that have just been blown up by a fireball, to cold taking yourself, and as the cold fades, you are now in the center of a gargantuan cavern surrounded by all
it
your
worked.
friends. You guys watch as Tiberius' form fades into the gray stone.
Tiberius! We're so
So worried about you.
Or we could cast a spell. That also works well.
What the hell's going on?
But that's the only
didn't know
time
if
you
it
can
was
do
gonna
that,
work.
right?
Wait, she can't do it again? You can't do it again?
I have another 5th level now.
Oh, do you?
I could do it again.
Oh,
Yeah, on
boy.
Chima.
Once we rest,
Because I'm
we'll
not
do
a
it
fifth
again.
level.
Whoa. What happened to all the other little dwarves?
Oh, you don't have to do the accent anymore.
You probably should keep your voice down.
Well, this is just how I sound.
Oh, that's
forgot.
right. He's still. No.
He's a god.
We already
He
got
thinks he's a
through.
god or something.
We're on the other side.
god.
You don't have to act like a god anymore. We're
We're fine. We're
He's
fine.
method. He's method.
Grog is missing, actually, and the queen
great.
took him.
Okay,
Are
keep
you
your
stuck
voice down,
like
Grog.
this?
No, I can change back anytime I want, but I really like how I look.
Are we going to rest?
I think we should.
Yeah.
Wait, what about
That would be a
Chima?
good
Don't we
idea.
have to find Grog?
I know.
We have to find Grog, but we have no spells. If we do find him, we can't do anything.
I would assume
Can
they're
you
going to be
unstone
stuck
Chima
dealing
now,
with the
or-
situation.
Can.
Is
And
that
then if we have
I
to
wouldn't
rest.
have
we
another
have enough
5th
time
level.
to get some rest.
Clarota, what do you think we should do?
Clarota, who is currently like staring at the statue of Kima, you can see there's a brief beat of thought behind Clarota's eyes, and the voice sinks into the rest of your mind simultaneously.
We may be able to leave her here for safekeeping.
I knew you were going to say that. A different option. Oh, and thank you, Pack.
You're welcome, Tiberius.
If you insist on bringing her, then we should do it soon. We should not be leaving anything behind. Trace of our passage.
Where did your kin take our big friend?
Clarota thinks for a second and says,
It was not my kin that took him, but the Duragar. If anything, I imagine he might be residing within that infernal city. Or they've taken him elsewhere. I do not know the way of the Ashskins.
But Kima does.
We should wake her up.
Pike, you can do it one more
Okay.
time and take a little rest, right?
I'm gonna walk on over to Kima.
Yeah.
Touch her. Cast Greater Restoration again.
okay.
Where do you touch her?
I touch her.
Slowly.
I touch her arm.
Okay.
Gently.
Don't cheat them.
Classy. As you reach out,
I don't want to get in more trouble.
the divine energy emanates from Pike's hand that begins to cascade across Kima's form. Kima, who is in mid-battle with her greatsword in the air, as soon as her flesh returns to her, she
put my
finishes her
shield up.
swing.
Oh no.
I put my shield up.
However, it does ping into the side of your shield, and you deflect the blow, and you see Kima for a second. It's like,
Easy.
Calm down.
I know it's really weird.
She throws the blade
It's really
down
weird.
on the ground and goes, I'm I'm so sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
so sorry.
You were mid-swing. I get it. We're fine. It was just a shield. We're fine.
She reaches around, she pulls her symbol of
that was
Bahamut out
scary.
from around her neck and just clutches it for a second and says, "What happened?"
We all
You
fought
turned to
bravely.
stone. The king got killed. The queen took Grog. We don't know where.
And Clarota was really helpful to us.
Actually, Clarota got you out of that castle alive.
She turns around and glares at Clarota briefly with a look of confusion and mistrust, and Clarota just goes,
You honestly would not be here if it weren't for the Illithid. It's true.
she glances back at you and kind of gives under her breath.
There's a good chance none of us may be here should it get its way down the road.
Nevertheless, I thank you. It's good to know that at least we took one of their top champions down. The fact that the queen still exists is worrisome, as at least from what I seem to gather, she had the true reign over most of the Duergar down here.
You knew where she would be at.
Where did she escape? How did she take them?
She disappeared
She
with
bounced away.
our Goliath friend.
Oh my gosh! Wait, did I hunter's mark the queen?
Yes, you did.
Did I?
Yes, you
did.
did. You did. You did.
I can use my hunter's mark to track her.
You can? How long does it last and how does it work?
But that was just 30 minutes ago.
I know, but we all have
it
to
maintains
rest.
for up to 8 hours.
8 hours. We have to rest.
No.
Yeah, but we can rest a few hours and do a short rest.
Wait. Oh, I can wait.
The rest only lets you heal up more, but you don't get any of your spells.
Yeah.
Wait, because we need to hit. I'm pretty low.
Can I just use my?
I'm at 2.
Can I use?
You're at 2?
Okay. Theory,
By the way, I'm
proposition,
dying.
Any potions?
proposal.
Yes.
What if we use your hunter's mark, get
Figure
there,
out where she is.
figure out where she is, get there, camp out nearby, tackle it in the morning?
Can I use my hunter's mark to find out where she is, and then we rest and go there?
You attempt that. You,
Because if we are really, really, really careful.
Let's see how far she is.
What if we
Wait,
took
wait,
a
wait.
short
Let's just
rest?
find out where she is first.
Like, what if we just took like a 7-hour nap? And
I
maybe
think we
that's
should-
all really anyone sleeps anyway.
I think 6 hours is about what it takes.
You got you 6 to 8 hours is the general long rest period that I'd allow for that. So
I think we should all
we can do
rest for a
7.
moment. I think Vexalia and I should go out for an hour or two just to see which direction. I mean, they're not going to go back to Kimam.
Just stay footless.
Wait
Yeah,
a minute.
you're
What
not
happened to your
stealth.
toe?
You're not stealth anymore. Sure. You've got a busted foot.
I'm
You're
not
at disadvantage on everything.
I was pretty awesome 30 minutes ago. Now I'm just slightly less awesome.
Can we at least heal you up before you go?
Yes, just give us 1 second. Can I use the freaking hunter's mark?
How does it work?
I don't.
So you take a moment, you step beyond the boundary of the illusion momentarily, close your eyes and concentrate on that small blip of nature-based divine energy that you lent and grappled onto Queen Ulara with. You take a moment and concentrate, you recall her face, you recall, strangely, her scent in a weird way, the kind of the bestial nature of your connection with Trinket and nature. Scent is a very strong means of tracking, and the scent of a Duergar is a very terrible mix between salty brine and
Smelling like
earth.
mushrooms.
Like axe for men?
Kind of like.
Essentially, yeah. It's ye old axe. So you concentrate on this, and you recall the stronghold. You begin to see a trace where all of a sudden her path in the stronghold is fading and is cold. A new path has opened up in the center of the Duergar city at the base of the stronghold. It seems to have moved slightly in that direction, but you can pinpoint where and is currently at rest somewhere in that vicinity.
She's still close.
They're close. So that's right in front of the keep.
Are they in like an
It's-
underground base?
They're in the city.
They're somewhere close.
Essentially, where the cavern kind of rises up and meets the wall, Emberhold is at the top of that rising of the ground, and Emberhold lies there, where all the lava pours down and kind of trickles down. You guys are off to this side. This whole portion of the floor that crawls up to Emberhold is covered in Duergar buildings. It's a small city that surrounds it. She resides somewhere in the center of that.
So we're in the same level as them, or are they like above us?
They're a little bit above. You guys are at a lower point as the actual ground you follow curves around and descends.
But once we walk out of here, we'll be at the same level.
I think that's enough to go on.
Theory.
Yes.
I've a new skill that I've recently learned and was practicing a lot when I was with the Earth Ashari while we were gone for the past 6 months. They taught me the ways of the Earth Elementals.
Yeah, that's fun.
So, and as an Earth, but I'm still new at it.
It's okay, we all start somewhere.
Thank you, Pike.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm getting a little self-conscious about it still. But you can travel through. I can travel through the Earth
And pop up perhaps where she is.
You like a little gopher.
Yeah.
Like a bullet.
It's fun.
Like
All
it's
of
not
us?
like a.
Or just you?
Well, it's not like a burrowing thing, right?
Glide through the earth.
Yes, it's more of like a
shadow cat kind of thing.
kind of.
Is it all of us or just you?
Just her.
Just me.
Oh, well,
But I could get inside.
but then you'll
could-
be alone. Inside,
Right.
With no
surrounded
spell.
by Durgar.
Well, I'm not
And
talking about
gone.
right now. I'm talking
Can we
about
put invisibility on her? or
if we do
something?
some sort of like flanking thing.
Well, it does sound
Okay.
useful.
It is. It's going to
That
be.
is
useful.
I'm wondering if
We
we
should
can
probably
make a
rest.
tunnel, though. I can theoretically. Okay, theoretically, we could rest, and I could just kind of keep all of my spells and use all of my magical focus to like tunnel us out, depending on how far we're going. We can kind of do an underground approach.
But concretely, right now we need nappies.
Yeah.
Let's nap.
Let's sleep.
But what if they leave while we sleep?
Can I?
Essential.
I'm
What
gonna
are we
only
going to
sleep
do
for a
if we
little
find
bit,
them?
Because I didn't use all my spells. I only need to rest for half the amount of time.
Right.
It doesn't work that way.
I
think it's a safe-
Solid 6 hours, you'll probably be able to.
Okay, I'll just.
Since you guys are hidden in an area where you feel more comfortable, depending on how you set your bedding here, you could probably do it with 6 hours.
I think we'll be fine.
Yes,
If
I
we
think
just
we'll be
rest, 'cause
fine
she
as
needs
well.
to rest as well. We hurt her pretty
I
badly.
can't do wall stone.
I think it's safe
No,
to
no, the one where
assume.
you go through the
Let's
earth. What
rest.
you're talking about.
It's
Let's
safe to
rest.
assume she's brought Grog back to her seat of power. Why would she go anywhere else? She's at her strongest where she is.
I think they're staying.
Now, Percy is.
Okay,
I'm
we're
listening.
gonna rest,
He's a gentleman.
Oh, good. Sleep.
Okay. All right.
We gotta
Nappies.
sleep, Keyleth. We gotta sleep.
I know.
I know you're right.
But we need
I
to.
see what you're saying, but
Grog
we
will
need
be
to-
fine.
He's at a 2.
I'm so mad at him.
Kimo comes over.
Why do you
kinda-
get stolen?
Kimo puts her hand out a little bit and says, "It's all right. He's a strong one. He can handle himself. If I could survive what I've been through, he can do far better than that. Rest is good. I think we need to take some time, discuss our plan of attack, our current direction, and decide on how we move forward." It kind of glances briefly over at Clarota, who's now further back towards the wall, just sitting in this kind of meditative state. So, let us rest.
Brilliant idea.
One last thing before we lay our heads down for the night. Pike, do you have any kind of salve or anything you could help me put on my foot? Or is there any? Could your god
Like a.
help with my little toe?
I can help you with some like natural medicine-y stuff, maybe.
I know, how do you.
It stings a bit.
You have not encountered a person with any sort of physical marring to this degree necessarily, and those that usually did, it was a permanent thing. So this is something that you would have to experiment with.
Could I try
New foot.
healing, like just a very concentrated energy just on his foot, like a healing spell?
You can certainly try.
You can do it, Pike.
I'm ticklish.
Is there any way I can assist her?
Possibly. All right.
Let's try it.
Possibly.
Okay, so,
I mean, a clockwork foot from Percy does sound cool.
If we're gonna rest, it doesn't hurt to try.
Yes.
Right, you know?
Yes.
That way you can sleep on it, you know.
We can sleep on it.
Literally.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay,
With a
so,
little hinge. A little
Maybe
hinge.
this
I'll try
yellow
cure
vial
wounds.
of potion could do something
at,
for him as well.
That's been gay.
I'll try it at 4th level.
At a fourth
Since
level?
We're gonna sleep.
All right. So go ahead and roll the corresponding dice for that.
I'm
So
kind of
I
keeping an
roll
eye out
to
for
check.
48 plus 5 is what it will
48
be.
plus
I'm why do you keep putting your foot up near me? Can I kind of keep an ear out for anything.
Wait, plus my
approaching.
Very much.
spellcaster. Plus my spellcaster.
It's pleasure modifier, which is 5.
I start building a positive chi, like a healing chi ball.
Okay.
Just to know.
I hope she just takes a piece of chicken and rubs it all over
Is
your,
she doing
on your
standard
toes.
healing?
That would be
Is
okay.
my song of
I don't
rest
think
would that
we do
help at all?
anything.
Grease them
Your
up.
song of
I'd allow
medicine would actually be of aid to this.
Okay. So I'm
Song of
I'm gonna sing while you heal, if that's all right
Ooh,
with you.
Please do.
So all the healers convene. Scanlan begins.
Light some sage.
Whatever.
This is gonna hurt.
Okay, ready? Wherever you go, whatever damage they've done, we will be right here waiting to heal you. No matter what hit points you take or how your foot breaks, we will be right here waiting to heal you.
All that improv school paid off.
As you take the healing energy you've gathered from your own nature-based casting, you infuse the healing spell you do. How many points did you heal total?
27.
27. Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Is this what I can maybe assist her with?
You've already
Really
assisted her.
disgusting, by the way.
Oh, I
It's
have-
just
What do
Oh.
I?
Doing what you're
What do I roll for? Do
Okay.
I roll the
so
20?
gross.
Roll a d20. and
Can
find
I
your
apply
medicine.
my luck feat to her?
You don't have any feet left.
Ayo!
Feet pun!
21. As you finish the spell, you can see where the mostly gone second small toe has grown to mostly a full toe, and there's a small stub
little-
where the little one is.
You got a toe nubbin. Hey man, we got a little stub out of it.
You're promoting a level of divine regeneration at a very, very slow pace, meaning you've never attempted this before, and there is some progress, but this may be an overtime thing you have to do.
Over time, I just keep doing it.
Like once a day, you might want to attempt this, and eventually he probably will recover, but not immediately.
Until then, he's a gimp.
Get your
Little
foot
gimpy.
Or
away
we
from
could just
me
start
at a time.
calling you.
see Pike's deity in my toenail.
It's gonna take time. That was just a little manicure
While they're
that
doing
we
that,
did
I'm
real
in
quick.
the.
We
I'm
could
in
just
my
own
little,
it and call you,
kind of comfy nook.
Little
and I'm
piggy.
Well, it's going to
casting
stay back to the
spells
9
into
toe.
my
Put a
own
knife
stones
on it.
and into my ring again.
Could put a very tiny knife on it. Could actually give you a nail clipper.
Before
You
the
can
rest.
clip your own nails.
We can get you a prosthetic little toe that has a little compartment for poison.
I would take a brass claw.
A little brass claw toe. That's fun.
Drink. We should
Maybe we
sleep.
could get you a raptor claw. That's cool.
Yeah.
Before we go to sleep, I go over to Kima, and I just say to her, Lady Kima, I think we're all going to take a rest, and you as well, correct?
I think I should.
We can trust you while we're all asleep, not to do anything to any of our companions, correct?
If you're worried about the mind flayer, I'll be keeping an eye, but nothing beyond that. Remember, he has to make the side step, the wrong step, before I take any action. Trust and know that if I were to strike a blow, it's at his own poor choice and actions.
That first part of what you said rhymed.
And
Are you going to be a god for the
does she
rest
seem to be telling the truth?
time we're down here?
No, it's good back to where I was
make
in
an
about
insight
20
check.
minutes, I think.
What check?
Insight.
Insight. Okay. 18.
But I mean,
She
look at
seems
this
to be
beard.
true.
Okay.
She is legitimately
Dwarves are
concerned
weird.
about Clarota,
Okay.
but also understands that at this moment it has not done anything to necessarily draw her blade.
Lady Kima, Clarota, may I suggest you take the first watch?
Oh my god, what if they start fucking?
So it's going to be that sort of evening. Excellent.
Rated M for mature.
Clarota says, "Should you insist?" And Clarota's image just kind of shimmers and vanishes.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Sleep.
I'm
be a
falling
challenge.
asleep.
As you guys are all going to sleep, Kima is still sharpening her sword, and she kind of stops for a second and goes, "Everyone, I'm sorry you've lost your friend. If he lives, we shall find him.
He will live.
And we will find him.
No, he will, Stanley. You just calm down.
But if they have indeed taken him prisoner, and Emberhold is lost, there was only one place they would bring him. Yogvoril.
With the dude with the black horn.
Consider the mess that you've made since entering their realm of living and work. You would make for a great gift to their current standing demigod. If we are unable to find him within the city, I think that may be the next place to look.
Once again, are you afraid they're going to take him while we're asleep? Is this a genuine concern? Is this something we should move on now?
Not as long as you're keeping concentration, we should be fine.
I'm concentrating so hard.
We're busted up.
We need to
We're busted up. We can't do anything.
There's legitimately nothing to be done.
There's a softness that hits Kima's face, and you can see a bit of a quiver to her chin, and she goes, "The guilt I feel for unknowingly putting you all in danger for my sake is immense. It's because of me and my actions that you even delved this far and nearly lost life and limb. Merely at the behest of Allura, and I just want you all to know that I appreciate it. I really, truly do.
That's great. If you can mention that to Allura, that'd be wonderful.
I would really appreciate to speak to Tiberius.
I would really appreciate if you mentioned that to Allura. I'm trying to get in her good graces and whatnot.
She chuckles a moment and kind of says, "All right, Allura's a good friend. We've known each other for, God's 15 years now, since we defeated the Scourged Rider, together. But she's always had more of a political mind than I do, so when we were both offered a seat in the Council of Taldore and Iman, she stayed, and I'm a woman of action. I knew my destiny was out in the world."
We share something in common, Lady Kima. I, too, have left my home and land because I did not want to sit on the Council of Draconia. With the blessings of my father and stuff, I gained ambassadorship on a mission for them, but really just so I could
Horizon glazed over and you're staring off in the distance.
to get all the things out. I saw this wonderful lamb in this field.
I will speak to Allura of your honor and deeds, Tiberius.
Oh, yeah.
We try to have drinks and swap stories every few months. She's a good one.
Yes, I think so.
She takes a moment to herself and looks around at the rest of you and says, "The cruel king, who dealt the final blow?"
That would be the Kingslayer. Me?
She steps up and walks over to you and puts a hand on her shoulder and gives you a stern look in the eye and kind of shakes your shoulder. She's a halfling, she's not too much stronger.
Okay.
Good. The cruel king is down, and I thank you for that. She walks back to a little perch in the rock on the side of the wall and says, "He tried to break me. Relish in his false superiority, dragging hooks across my flesh. Underestimating the will of a servant of Bahamut."
Are you congratulating us for being murderers? Is that what you're doing right now?
Oh, he was a foe against...
Murder and justice are two entirely different things, and the deities of all good saw fit that this king's time was limited.
Are you suggesting now that we control the wills of the deities?
No, but we enact them, as long as we work within their plans to keep us safe.
I can look like them.
It's mighty bold and presumptuous of you.
My life has been given to the guidance of the Platinum Dragon, who has not seen nothing but the positive direction for all of your species, mine, and the rest of the humanity that exists in the material plane. You would do well not to disrespect one who looks out for you, even though you may not look up to him for guidance. The reason these lands that you grew up in are safe and free, as much as they are because of the sacrifices of my brethren who came before me under his light and guidance. I am not saying you to worship him. Each one has their own gods of choice. I just say show some respect.
I do show respect, Lady Kima. I show respect when I feel that respect has been earned.
She's royalty, you have to understand.
We're all a bit cranky. Maybe we should just turn
We
in.
have a big day. They watched as they executed my companions. The wondrous men and women who came down into these caverns at my sides, at my coin in their pockets with the promise of justice.
and they laughed as they cut their throats before me, hoping it would be able to crack me. It was Bahamut's strength that held me there.
Lady Kima, I am not saying that what we are doing here is not just. I just only wish that you understand, and I humbly thank you for your appreciation and thanks for coming down here to rescue you. But you are correct. We have lost a friend. Someone who we have been through a lot with, way more than we have been than with you. So, before we start boasting congratulations and you start thanking us, why don't you wait? And we'll see what happens when we all get out of here first.
She's suffering from PTSD. Why are you poking the badger?
Maybe we should just calm down and go to sleep.
I
We
already
all
went to
miss
sleep, by
Grog.
the way.
Kima takes a step forward towards Keyleth. And as you look up at her face, there is a tension, but you can see now that she stepped nearer into you towards what little bit of light seems to cascade through this cavern. There are tears streaking down her face.
Oh, how do you feel now?
Is this a
How do you
druid
feel
thing?
now?
They tried all they could to break me, but I knew my destiny would not end here. I have a destiny that does not end here.
I just reach out really slowly and give her a handkerchief. And then retreat.
Lady Kima, as I'm sure you know, grief speaks before sense.
All I'm saying, Lady Kima, is after what we have done and what we have been through, and the lives and the blood that even I have on my hands, you had better be worth it.
Let us wait for talk of worth and talk of might until we are reunited in all
She puts a
things.
hand up towards you.
Child, let me explain to you why we are here. As while you may have stepped under the pretense of keeping me out of harm's way, there is a purpose that I, and now all of us, serve here in the Underdark. Now, I have been on this journey for more than a year, traveling wherever the wind took me, finding where my gift would find an end to suffering, justice to the wicked, and comfort to the downtrodden. I just returned from the frozen tundra northeast of these Cliffkeep Mountains, heading to meet with Allura, the same friend who brought you here.
I pop out of my sleep.
Did you say hello again? I'm sorry. Okay.
And my
I'm
vision
going back
came
sleep.
to me.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're familiar with visions. The great Platinum Dragon bestowed upon my humble self a dream. I saw an ancient vision of the great and terrible god of undeath himself, Orcus. His crimson leathery skin and endless wings rumbling through the abyss itself. He had chosen a champion. One that would unite the material world in the heart of the abyss, bringing a doorway of oblivion to our world. He cut from his own head 2 of his terrible black horns, placing them upon the brow of this chosen warrior, his avatar to these realms, granting him power no mortal should ever have. I saw heroes long forgotten rise up to destroy this shadowed champion, losing much in the ensuing battle, lost far more than you or I will ever know. The body of the Avatar was burned away, but the horns of Orcus remained, untouched by flame, blade, nor divine judgment. These keepers of the horns had a title that time has taken, and the whereabouts of the artifacts that had been thankfully lost as well, until the next stream dispelled my confusion. I felt a cackling entity of immense power who had discovered one of the holding vaults, never meant to be found. This creature obsessed spent all their attention to unlock the promised treasure within. And over time, they did. One of the 2 horns had found a new champion. One who now resides deeper within the Underdark here. One we've now known to be called Kavan. This one who has united the Illithid and Duragar alike under a banner of madness, expansion, and mockery of life. I've seen these experiments as of you. This is is what I came down here to dispose of, once and for all. Now, I hired some of the finest warriors in Craghammer for this, all of whom have been slain or worse. That guilt weighs upon my soul, in this very quest. However, this Kavan monstrosity, it holds a Hona Orcris upon its brow, but my visions have told me that we must destroy it. And must do so soon. If it had already unlocked the artifact's true potential, Craghammer would be a ruin before you even arrived. But it's only a matter of time. We must end Kavan and retrieve this horn and return it to the Tal'Dorei Council to discuss how to seal it once more. Hopefully for all of eternity. Your friend's loss is a terrible thing, but we will try to find him. And should we not understand that his sacrifice was not in vain? For we're here not to save one, but thousands. Hundreds of thousands of lives if we succeed. So we sleep, we rest, we find your friend, and we destroy this abomination, this anathema.
Lady Chimiel, I only hope you do not eventually become what you fear so much. Good night.
Sleep tight.
She picks up her blade, sits back down, and goes back to sharpening.
That was weird, right? Good night.
Pike, I'll cuddle you for warmth if that would help.
It's already so hot in here
Oh,
with all
right.
the lava and stuff. I would just prefer to sleep alone. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Good night.
That's fine. That's what I meant.
I turn into minxie form and kind of go off in the corner. And
Scanlan, I am very cold.
You know what? We better let that foot heal. We better let it heal.
Trinket, go sleep with me.
That's a good idea. Come here, Trinky. Drink! Who wants nibbles?
Trinket comes up and curls next to you. The evening goes by, uneventful. Occasionally, you stumble out of your rest, keep an eye out. The beacon still resides. From what you can imagine, a natural body sleep cycle that you're used to passes. A few begin to wake up before the others, as you have no daylight to ascertain whether it is day or night indeed. Who knows what it is at this point?
I relieved myself in the middle of the night.
I feel so weird.
All right.
Thank
Did you
you
get
for
up,
telling us.
or did
Tiberius.
you just kind of go?
No,
He just wake up in a puddle of his own dragonborn.
I did my dragonborn business and buried it.
I think so. So we
we do.
Healed completely?
Yeah, what happened?
Yes, you've all healed completely at this point.
We get all our
Evening's rest.
spells back and
Get
stuff?
your spells back.
And pick them for the day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
So think of what happened.
Yeah. Hang on. You gotta think about
Your
this.
mark,
Restorations in there.
wait, your hunter's mark, which you can feel the magic of it is slowly waning as the spell comes to the end of its effective period, is moving.
Where's
It's
it moving?
moving out of the city.
Where? Which
Let's
direction?
mobilize.
Best you can tell, it's heading towards the opposite side of the cavern, towards where it curves down deeper and below.
Is that where is that in relation to us?
To where you guys are, it's if you're looking out, like you're next to Umberhold, it's to your right, curving down and around.
We should go that direction.
I think that's a perfectly reasonable thought.
I go and cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
All right.
So they're turning into a labyrinth. Beyond the garden city.
Can we get out?
Child, which you've still.
The way that we came into the city was through this side path, right?
Yes, the side of Emberhold, which you followed the curvature of this giant cavern around, and you slept on the side up against the wall using the illusory terrain.
Oh, so we're already.
You're already away from Emberhold. You're on the side of the wall, maybe about a quarter to a half mile
But if we
further
keep
down.
going, we'll get to.
You'll head down further into the cavern, seemingly in the direction where her hunter's mark is currently leading,
Okay. So we
which
should-
has now faded.
Okay, your hunter's mark is gone.
Well, we went that way. We should
So let's go.
Continue that way.
Let's just hurry.
as stealthily as possible, so we don't alert the entire freaking camp.
We've got Pass Without a Trace, so we should be all right.
All right.
I try to make it look like we weren't around this area as much as possible without our dust of tracelessness.
You're sweeping behind the group as they're all moving along. with your imaginary brush.
Trinket's doing that thing
Yeah.
where he
Oh,
pulls
and-
with his front feet. And
He's
drags
just
his
rolling.
arm.
He's just rolling like a giant Brillo brush.
I put stone shape in my ring of holding last night with my unused spells.
Good
I
to
meant to
know.
tell you that last
Alright,
night.
that's all right. All right, you do that.
Oh, I forgot you have that ring.
All right, so
Oh yeah, and that necklace.
I bring up my iron stones.
okay, so your iron stones are now kind of slowly rotating around your head. Well, you only have one up at a time, so
Well, I only have one.
yeah. Okay, good. You said stones, so
Sorry.
yeah.
Pathfinder habit.
I know. All right, so moving around your head slowly. All right, so the rest of you kind of gather up. You cast your spell, pass the trace. You continue to crest along the outskirts of the cavern wall. At this point, you can still looking over. You can see throughout the nights the most of the fortress currently. The lava fall that once contained it is completely cooled and is dark. It looks like their way of stopping the flow was to stop the entire magma fall. Who knows how much damage has been done, but currently the flow is halted. And you can see now there's a number of parties of Duragard that are now just wandering out through the cavern, presumably in search for you.
Oh, good. So technically, Lady Kima, we might be able to get back in eventually and get your weapon.
As you say that, she kind of like grins to herself and goes, I would like that very much. There's some sentimental value to that equipment.
And there's a vault.
And there is a vault.
Unless it melted.
Tend to
This
make
will
melt
greatly
proof.
enhance your ability to move forward with us, won't it?
I think right now time is of the essence for your friend more than anything.
Okay.
Besides, I highly doubt that that stronghold has been left alone just because it's filled with rock.
Maybe on the way out.
Perhaps. Alright, so as you guys progress on the side, I would like everybody to go ahead and roll a stealth check, please.
Oh, I don't know which
You do
one
still
to
have
roll.
disadvantage, but you have advantage with your cloak, so you're neutralized on a normal roll,
We have
And
advantage.
you have plus 10.
right? You have disadvantage still.
There's no plus anything.
There's a plus
Plus 10.
plus 10.
29.
Plus 10 because of...
With this, okay.
29. 19.
33.
17.
21. 24.
33.
Woo! 33
Oh, I did roll
club!
for trinket. Hold on. Club 33.
Oh, Trinket rolled a 1.
Yay.
Trinket, shush.
Wow.
The rest of the party.
Oh, I didn't feed him today. He's probably so hungry.
Have any of us eaten?
It's fine.
As-
He's nibbling.
Essentially, as opposed to having to go through the minutia of reminding you all to eat, I just consider when you rest and take short rests, you're snacking and resting.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, we communally spend 10
Have
minutes
these
again talking
delicious
about what you
cakes.
ate. If food begins to become scarce, which it may in time,
We'll let you know.
I'll let you know.
Foot flakes, anyone? Foot flakes?
God.
It's like pork rinds. All right, so as you continue down this cavern, you begin to see the search parties in the distance, and you kind of keep low and watch they pass. Some of them have small, that red glowish stone torches set out to kind of keep their vision about. You can see a few of the parties returning to the city. Eventually, you guys begin to crest down deeper and dropping into a small decline as this giant kind of almost like a hatchback cavern where most of the Duragar civilization is built in comes to an end. You begin to travel deeper and deeper into the Underdark caverns below. As you're continuing forward, you find a very, very familiar scent catches your attention immediately as you're tracking through, trying to keep your attention on possibly any sign of grog. It's the smell of blood. It's the smell of fresh blood. Freshish.
Freshish.
Freshish blood,
Freshish
if you
blood.
will. You
Are
smell
you
freshish
freshish?
blood.
You look fresh.
You immediately glance over and you can see during on the side of this cavern, which is about 50, 60 feet wide at this point, as it's kind of come to a pinching point continuing downward, you can see a spatter of blood across the wall to your immediate left, and what looks like a mangled mass of once was a Duragar, currently just torn asunder across this
Oh,
rock
no.
wall.
Does it look to be natural, done by like an animal, or does it look like people with weapons?
Go make an investigation check.
The only time I've seen Durgars lit across like this was when we saw the camp of that creepy centipede creature.
With the stalagmite
Yeah.
coming up?
10?
Does it look? Do I see any of those kind of tracks around?
You check and look around the ground as well. You unfortunately, as you look around here, you're not able to pick up the fine details. You, however, just being naturally understanding of the Underdark, as well as having the previous knowledge of inspecting the initial camp, yes, these tracks are very similar. You see what looks like these strange dragging marks in the ground, these elongated ones, no footprints. Occasionally you see what looks like a human-sized footprint as well, and then just these drag marks. You also notice that there is just, beyond the rock threshold as you step over towards the wall, you see 3 other Duergar bodies that are just torn asunder, many of them partially eaten and just violently torn apart. Some parts are kind of scarred, some sort of like a burning acidic burn. And you see tooth marks, you see claw marks, and you see portions of limbs that have been pulled off by sheer force.
Could I do like a nature check to see if I would know the creature?
You certainly can.
It's gonna be that centipede creature thingy.
That's nice.
Ooh, 26.
26. It's weird. There are elements of the drag marks on the ground that resemble a creature that has pseudopods or some sort of a tentacle-like mass.
Oh boy.
But you know of no natural creature that also has this power, this type of hunting technique, nor would be this far underground.
I think it's another Stitch monster.
Yes.
Stitch monster.
Stitch monster.
I like it.
I do too.
It's a good name.
Something tentacly though.
Can,
nothing ever good is tentacly.
No,
Should we,
no offense.
can I tell if Grog definitely came this way? If
Clarota's not
This
too
This is
bad.
not a JRPG.
Go ahead and make a tracking check. So just go ahead and roll a d20. You have advantage because you're in the Underdark.
Why are you so racist?
Right. What do I add that to?
It should be under your tracking ability, on your ranger abilities there.
What are you, my Facebook feed?
On yourself, under your ranger abilities. I'll see if I find it before you.
I don't understand.
It's on the sheet I gave you with all your characters.
Oh, okay,
stuff.
cool.
That one. That one's easy to use. And
Natural explore.
okay.
I don't have any idea what I'm looking for. I'm just looking at words right now.
It's a survival check.
It's
There
a
you go.
survival check.
You have advantage on it.
Okay. Oh, good. So that is 22.
22. All right.
Is that your script?
Looking around, what you do find is and there is a very familiar scent that a Goliath barbarian does have. You, using Trinket's help, as you yourself are not quite as attuned, a Trinket does pick up a little bit of grog scent in this pathway. So Trinket kind of gives you a nudge and points deeper down the cavern, and you can see what looks to be a smattering of small Duergar-sized feet and 2 grooves.
2 grooves.
2 about 2-inch wide grooves that continue down the
I wonder if
path.
they have him prisoner now, if he came out of his mind funk.
So, like almost wheel tracks?
No, like they're
It
dragging.
could very well be wheel tracks.
Or if
Like,
they have
like
him
they're
on a train
dragging,
dragging
or they're
him.
dragging his body.
They're consistent, and their width is consistent
They're
across
they're
the
With this, and they seem
There's
clean.
2 grooves.
Put him on some sort of stretcher thing.
Yeah, it sounds like they have them on like a
Some
on
sort
a
of a
trailer.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, Grog definitely came this way, as did the Stitch monster, so you don't have much choice but to follow.
Let's continue.
Shall we?
All right.
Be aware, we're all very aware of
Things,
any movement
All of it.
at all
guys,
happening.
stuff.
Keeping your eyes peeled, you travel for another 2.5 hours down this cavern path. It grows tighter at points where you can only really fit 3 or 4 individuals through. It's about 20-25 feet wide, then opens up sporadically into other small pockets where the natural topography of this portion of this Underdark cavern structure seems to kind of weave and bend. The warmth and that sulfurous smell that was intrinsic to the Duergar portion of this cavern that you were so used to begins to slowly fade and the temperature begins to drop. Still uncomfortable, but it's growing more humid as opposed to dry heat. About
So
another
good.
hour of travel, keeping your eyes out, the temperature drops significantly and is actually quite cold. The heat in the volcanic portion of this cavern structure apparently has passed to you now, and you fit an area of the rock where it is a much more chilled, much more
But
ominous.
it's humid still?
Humid? Humid? The humidity begins to fade as well. The air becomes the dry,
Go
cold.
past that.
So now I go.
You eventually using, which by the way, the only light source you have going forward is the light from your staff.
Oh, light.
I assume you've had it up this whole time, or you've been walking in the darkness.
Oh, yes, of course.
You continue down, and the topography, which was once the black, jagged obsidian flooring of the previous portion of the Underdark, begins to give way to a more natural gray sand type texture. Your feet sink about a quarter inch or so with each step, and you get about 10-15 feet before the color of the sand and the texture changes dramatically. It looks almost like a peppering of small whitish yellow stones and rocks, as well as bits of black and gray. It's like a giant rocky pit out in front of you.
What?
Meaning it's
Like-
all solid stone that color or loose?
It's like
You ha-
sand?
gravel and rock?
You find sand, and then the sand eventually gives way to like larger pieces of
Okay.
these
So it's like
rocks and stones. Some are
Pebble
jagged,
ball pit in front
kind
us?
of, essentially.
I'm looking for signs of mining.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'll make an Arcana check also.
15.
Which would not
15.
Great.
Checking the walls immediately in your vicinity, you see there are signs of mining, but they're old. They haven't been used in a while. You can see some veins that are dried up. It looks like maybe the Duragar had business down here mining.
Does it look like can I do like a nature check to see if this like is a old lake bed? Like there was like a
Sure.
riverbed?
Go into that. What'd you roll?
11.
What are you checking?
For Arcana.
What are you
Just-
checking?
Just general, if I feel a general source of
Sinister magic anywhere.
Nothing arcane seems to emanate from the vicinity.
Vexalia, you know the Underdark. Are there any critters crawling around in that pit?
Is this still the Underdog?
You seem to be still in the Underdark. But I mean, like, the Underdark, in general, you're familiar with your training and studying on the denizens of it, what things to look for. This is not a natural or, overall occurrence you've
I can't sense any,
I think this
any
might have been
creatures nearby.
carved.
no per se.
I rolled a 16.
Roll the 16. As you're looking around, you go and inspect the stones. What you do notice is they're not stones. There are pieces of glass, little shards of actual volcanic glass scattered across this entire field, mixed with an endless, seemingly sea of small bone chunks.
Chunks.
Pieces of bone that have been rounded off, ground, broken. They're
bone pebbles.
ancient. These
Okay,
bones.
so there appears to be. Are there any whole pieces of bones, like big femurs or skulls?
So this was some sort of burial ground.
It's hard to
Or
see.
feeding,
Most of the bones that have been here have been around long enough to the point where they've eroded, been broken, destroyed over and over again to the point where you can't discern any of the original creatures they may have come from. It's just a sea of bone, obsidian glass, and small bits of stone that have fallen from the actual nearby cavern.
Can we see anything of any sort of civilized construction here, or is this all the work of nature or some living thing?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
That 18.
18. You look past the barrier of his light spell, because you can only get a little bit past that due to your elven low light vision.
Didn't I? Yeah.
You do notice there are occasionally some spires of natural rock, some stalagmites that are jutting out in the distance, and you see what looks like some semblance of almost like a ruined wall just beyond the edge of the vision. Like a crumpled, small wall.
Can I use my
Let's go to it.
primeval awareness and see if I can sense Grog within 6 miles of us?
Certainly. All right. So, how does your primeval awareness work, Mr. Ranger?
I can use an action to focus my awareness on the region around me, and then I can sense whether. Oh well, no. It's only certain types of creatures.
Right. Which
Is
are?
one of them?
Like Goliath?
Well, no. It says aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
That still might be useful even if it doesn't find.
What you do gather, you do notice you sense a number of, a very strong force of aberration based, much further, like 5 miles ahead, way ahead, and you kind of have this weird, okay, good to know. You don't sense anything else, but you do sense a general presence about this entire sea of bone.
I've been here.
What?
I was here in the vision.
Really?
Really?
Yes,
This
it
was
was
such
a
a
field of broken glass and bones,
Spill it, girl, spill it.
and I feel like this is it.
So what do we do?
And then after that, I got to sort of a cavern of blue crystal.
Interesting.
so we have to go beyond.
So we're on the right
We have
road.
to go beyond this.
All right.
Well, let's keep moving
Can
then.
we keep to the edge and try to not disturb the rock as much as possible?
As you move to either edge, you can see the wall comes to a straight meeting with this. Aside from climbing the walls proper, you have no other way of.
Could you describe the dimensions of this one more time?
Yes.
She has spider.
The cavern itself is about
I don't anymore.
120 to 150 feet wide.
Yes.
You don't see the ceiling right now.
Oh, it's that high.
From our left to our right, 150 feet.
Correct.
And is it like a big circular shape? That-
From what you can tell, it just opens up and then continues, and then darkness. You cannot see beyond.
Are there any
this.
Except
rocks
for a wall in the
around us? Any big rocks?
There are a couple of small spires about 60, 70 feet out.
Anything loose? Anything I can grab and near us?
Bones.
Around you, most everything that's grabbable are
Big.
part of it. Yeah.
Could we? We don't have the magic carpet. So never mind.
Would you want to
Say we
fly?
take a wall.
Could we?
So we just
What if you make
gingerly
Some of
try
us
and
are.
cross against a wall.
Yeah. Can I mean, anything to throw to, as far as I can out and see if it
You look around, you find a small pebble, and you chuck it.
Because I feel like we shouldn't touch this shit.
It arcs around and kind of bounces a bit and comes to rest.
Man, let's just go.
No!
Yeah.
No! No, I'm not touching that.
What are
Nope.
we gonna do? Turn around? Grog's that way.
No, okay, here's my idea. We've got that immovable rod.
Yes, I know where you're going with this. And we all have to make a certain...
Once again, there's something about this whole area that just, there's a presence about it. Like it's ominous and everywhere about this floor.
These things could.
I don't want to touch this. I feel like we should go over it.
What if these bones come to life?
Why don't we have our
Can you send your light source up? Can anybody send light up and see how high the ceiling goes?
Shoot an arrow if you would, Vex, please. Wherever you wish. Light!
Cast out an arrow as it shoots over, arcs through the air. You get a look of the cavern. You can see it's a large, kind of arched natural cavern with a number of kind of hanging stalactites at the top. It goes up, arcs past, and then lands probably about a half a mile down the way. Really nice shot.
Thanks.
And it lands with a little bit you can see through the arc. This path just continues and continues and continues for that full half mile.
There's no way to avoid it.
There's no way to avoid it.
Unless
You
we
do
go
get a
over.
nice view of what looks to be more of these little central pieces of broken wall. It looks like there was some sort of either a small series of structures or buildings that were built once within this cavern that have all completely crumbled to ruin with but a few small bastions of foundation that still remain.
Tiberius, how many times can you cast pillars of whatever? Pillars.
Grand columns is
Grand-
the
how
name
many
of this
times can you cast
spell.
grand columns?
Multiple times.
I mean, could we
I guess
potentially walk on columns across this thing potentially?
I mean, I could bend us like a stone wall. That's,
And just let us
and
walk
we can
along
just
that
walk
and
around
stay
that
above it?
path. But it goes only so far.
Could we go?
Hold on a second.
Grog's not here. We're seeing the remains of buildings scattered throughout. Maybe we could go from.
Brought a wall out from the side.
And then we walk along that side?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that, right?
How big is the wall you can make?
Well, if there's little islands
download that app.
of structure left, we could just
Hop, potentially.
like Stonebridge.
Oh, yeah.
Stonebridge. But I don't know. how
I
many
can go
times they
120 feet. I
that'll
can make
get us-
about 120 feet wall.
Could you do
You saw
like
about-
portion and portion
about-
and portion?
You saw about a quarter to a half mile of this seems to continue.
So that might not be enough.
She'd have to do it 20
I
times.
think we may just have to walk gingerly.
Third.
Okay.
Maybe
Should
we can
find
fashion.
traps? Should we check for traps?
Can we
about
fashion
traps?
like snow boots?
This is something
Like
that-
snowshoes?
Zach starts feeling along one side of the wall. Does the ground look firm and more stable on the edges, or is it all just the same?
Do you step out a little bit into the area?
Hand on the wall.
Hand on the wall? I mean, it's a wall.
No, but I mean, yes.
But you step out with your hand on the wall.
I'm not stepping out yet. I'm looking at the ground. Is it pebbles and rock all the way up to the
All
side?
the way up to the wall.
Okay.
Lady Keyleth, if you will.
Yes.
Could you perhaps make a flat, sturdy stone tablet we can all particularly stand on?
Sure.
Make sure it's under 100 pounds if you could. Or actually 200 pounds. I have a little bit more to work with.
I use stone shape, and I just kind of bend down and make like a big circle where I am and kind of carve out a little cylinder with stone shape.
So using a very earthbendery hand motion, you take a portion of the wall right next to you, send it outward, and begin to shape it into this large kind of cylinder disc-like platform that is just on the ground right at the base of the platform.
Everybody, hop on.
I hop on.
Trinket, hop on this rock.
Oh, wait a minute. How much does Trinket weigh?
A lot.
200.
Oh.
Trinket weighs more than that.
Yeah, Trinket weighs a ton.
Maybe we can
all of us
just
together.
levitate Trinket behind.
I don't have that spell anymore. I need to know how much she weighs for this.
Trinket, I mean, looking at it, you haven't really weighed her yourself. You gather.
Trinket's a boy.
Trinket weighs approximately.
Trinket's a boy?
Trinket's a boy, you guys.
Grog's 500. Grog's 500 pounds. I bet.
With a name like Trinket?
Haven't you seen his wang flopping around on the trail?
I thought that was his labia.
So here's the situation. I could get us all across, but I cannot take Trinket as well.
Oh.
I'm not leaving Trinket behind. So, everybody
Why don't we get
on
across?
that and I'll see
you
what
can
happens.
come back and get Trinket.
Okay, yeah. How about you guys go and I'll stay with Trinket? You guys go.
No, I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to leave.
Well, can we make him weightless and then just tug him along with the rope? We can't do that?
I have a
Don't
question.
have levitation.
How many feet across?
It's like
It's a half mile.
Quarter to a half mile from what you can tell. Like I said, you only have vision enough to where the arrow arced, and it was a very long arc that just trailed off, so you gather anywhere between a quarter to a half mile.
I kind of just want to run across.
I'm kind
Ding, 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 ding.
with your heavy armor.
Sink right in there.
Let's just do it.
They're gonna become undead. Wait, are we getting on the rock?
How far is the closest little island of remaining structure that you referenced?
It's probably about 60, 70 feet out.
You would have sensed undead. I don't sense any undead with my primal awareness, right?
I request a
The
redacted.
perpetual presence that you sense across the entirety of this bed of bone and glass,
Well,
if you had to describe it, it has some sort of
That was on the pen.
undead-ish realm. It's not your specialty. I mean, it is, like undead creatures are, and the presence is similar to that.
I get my
How
mace
much,
of disruption ready.
Oh, we're done. We can do this. We polymorph Trinket.
That's it! Yes!
We polymorph Trinket.
Very good. Very good.
Into a tiny.
Make him
Do you
into
have
like
holy
a
oil on
chicken.
you?
A Trinket.
Wait. You're focusing on the slab, aren't
You
you?
instinctively kind of like glance around.
No,
you
the
look
slide
down,
just
and
happens.
You notice your
I can cut it
holy
out,
symbol
it's not-
of
it's not all stone.
Saren Ray.
Very good.
Has a hairline fracture in it.
What?
What was once a perfect and impeccable
She's pissed off her
figure of
god.
design. You've had this your entire life. You look down and see, you don't know how recently, but a portion of the metal symbol itself is cracked.
Oh no,
Her
this
abilities
is
are in
terrible.
question.
Pray, do something. Make
Does that mean maybe
I motion
it
over.
happens in the fight?
I motion over to Pike, and I take her medallion slowly off of her, and go like, and bring out my mending wheel.
Your mending wheel, which was where? The bag of holding.
No, I held that.
The mending wheel's this big. You haven't been carrying it with you this entire time.
I thought it was like this big.
Tiberius.
Skinny little
Tiberius.
I'll take
You're
my symbol
ropey.
back and put it back on and say this is something that I got it.
I don't even have
This
that.
is something I need to deal with. We can't just put it in a mending
The
wheel.
gods
I
reward
thought it was like-
deeds, not words.
Yes.
Comes out and then.
Maybe it happened in the fight. Maybe it's
I think I know why it happened.
Maybe because you've been killing unarmed people?
I think it was when I slit the guy's throat. She got mad.
Could have been.
Just a hunch.
But you know what? We'll do some good deeds when we're done.
Yes.
Oh,
This
we-
is something that I need to fix, but I thank you for trying.
I forgot we didn't have.
Well, Trinket, what do you want to be? Yes, a lizard? A mouse? A kitten?
A
A little kitty?
You wanna be a kitten?
Trinket glances over at you with look in an eye of like,
Siamese.
And I go, "Floop," and I make him a kitten. What kind of kitten?
Oh, he's a Persian.
He's a Persian kitten.
Trinket's form shifts down in this tiny white puffball with a pushed-in nose.
I go and I snuggle and I
kinda
nuzzle
tuck
him
him into my little shirt.
You sense immediately Trinket is not necessarily pleased,
It's okay.
but will deal with it.
Well, he's so cute.
So cute.
In Draconia, those are snacks.
I wouldn't say that.
Let's go, come on, let's
go,
get on this
come on.
thing. Grog's getting ahead of us.
All right, let's go.
Is
On our stone airplane.
Is everybody on?
On the Wonka Vader, everybody.
Everybody quiet.
Let's
I need to
all right,
concentrate.
hop on.
Okay.
I hop on.
Okay.
All right, so you all step
Go.
onto this giant stone. It's really cramped. You're all kind of shoulder to shoulder pushed onto here, clutching your new Persian cat. Kima and Karota step onto it, kind of.
They're cute.
I cast telekinesis on the stone slab, and I lift this up and push us.
Okay. How much weight can you push through telekinesis?
1,000.
Okay.
I think that's.
I did all the math.
I'll weigh a lot.
Fit,
We're really little. We're all skinny.
slender, and
Vax weighs 155. Pike weighs 75.
Yep.
I don't
Allison
weigh.
weighs 190. Vex weighs 120.
Yes.
Scanlan weighs nothing.
Sam weighs the same, 75. Keyleth weighs 125.
Yep. Kima weighs 105.
Okay.
Or no, she actually, yeah, with all of her armor and equipment, she'd be 105.
Rota camouflage.
Karota can float.
Right.
Does that still fall under 1,000 total?
Yeah. Should.
Okay.
Is that right?
What about you?
Plus the rock.
That's why I kept it 100 pounds for that.
What about you? Give me those
100
numbers
pounds
again
for
for
the
the
rock.
calculator.
Rock's 100 pounds? It's not a lot of stone.
It's a very thin piece of stone.
That's a very thin piece of stone.
9.
All right.
Nope. We're like at 9. We're there. Like at 9 something. You can do all the math, right? But it's
Okay.
like 9.
All right. So you all stand on a platform. It rises up, and it's one of those, like, all of you kind of like have to gather yourself, but nevertheless, it is now floating. How long does that last, concentration-wise?
10 minutes.
All right.
Quick.
So,
Let's go.
Tiberius begins to concentrate. The stone begins to glide out over this expanse of broken bone and obsidian glass.
I hover around. What's bone break? Just around 6 feet above the air. That's how
Okay.
high I take it.
So you're cresting about 6 feet. You have to move it around occasionally to avoid some of the large
Yeah.
stalagmites that are kind of jutting out of the bone.
Can we see anything in the rock? I'm like keeping an eye out to see if I see any movement or anything that's maybe sparkles. I don't
Keeping an eye behind us.
Okay.
Just looking.
You guys,
I caught it.
keeping an eye out, you see more and more of this ruin, and you can see the further in you go, you start seeing bits of bone that are larger than what's near the edge. You start seeing bits and pieces that are, full bones, so they've been more, still rounded and weathered, but they're less ground down as opposed to the edges where most of the traction seems to be. You get about 300 feet out before you hear a loud, echoing scream across the cavern.
In front of us?
In front of you guys.
Female,
What does
male?
it sound like?
It's male and it's loud.
Go! Can we go faster?
I push us forward towards that. I mean, we're going that direction anyway, so I speed us up.
Keyleth, take the nose.
As you speed up and continue,
I jump on
Take
Keyleth,
the nose.
okay.
grab some feathers.
I'll grab on as well. Why not?
All right. So Keyleth, you transform, maintaining concentration on polymorph for Trinket, I believe, right? All right. It's not a spell; it's an effect you do.
Yeah.
So you transform into a giant eagle. You grab both the gnomes. You guys are lifted up off the platform as the platform continues to push forward.
Cool. So I get a little bit more control of it now.
A little bit more. As you're pushing forward, you feel that the stone itself is still kind of, it has this weird wobble to it, but you still manage to keep concentration, pushing forward. Eventually, the little bit of light from your light spell cascades past one of these joining parts of a wall, and then beyond that, you can see what looks like a few other stone pillars that are sticking up, and you see what looks to be a small party of Duragar that are in the middle of battle. there is one Durgar who is just splattered across the bone floor. You see a troll that is currently in the middle of a fist fight with something that's moving extremely fast. This blur of motion. You can barely make out the physical form before the troll turns and runs in your direction, surprised to see the light coming towards you. And in its expression of extreme confusion and fear, you see something whoosh past and its head just...
Oh, that's not Grog. Shit.
Shoulders.
We're going to Wood Monster.
The troll body hits the ground. As it does, you see bits of bone begin to rise up and pull the troll down underneath.
Oh, it's really good when it's
Daggers
standing
out.
up.
Avoid! Daggers out.
I get my legs just
All right. As you guys begin to push forward, you can see two of the Durgar are now like backing up instinctually. One looks down at his feet now that have been grabbed, and he's being pulled under. And as he starts trying to wrestle himself free, this blur of motion jumps off one of the platforms, spins in the air, and lands with a slam that completely splatters across the rock that he's right next to. This Durgar that is, you can see just part of his jaw go flying off to the side, and silence hits him in the middle of his scream. The last Durgar there, you can see, who's looking around, sees the stone platform and goes, "Let me on! Let me on!" And he goes running over and it's trying to jump up towards the stone platform you guys are on.
How much does he weigh?
Well, he's going to go ahead and try and grab it with an athletics check. He makes it.
No,
He gets onto the side.
Kick him
He's
off.
kicking up off the side.
I've only question him. We can question him.
Okay, you go ahead and poof, you just beat him in the face.
Oh, God.
He holds tight.
Oh.
You're not a very strong
I
person,
grab him by the
unfortunately.
cloak. What is it? What is it?
I don't know! Get it away! Get it away!
In eagle form, I'm gonna do a nice high, like kind of
We're on
soaring
you.
lap.
We're on you.
I know it's okay. I'm soaring high. It's an easy breeze. We're on the people mover. Okay, and I'm gonna use my keen sight to see if I can get like a good.
Okay, so using that, you glance down, and in this brief moment where it seems like the cacophony of this entire circumstance slows down, and your eagle eyes glance down, and you can see, in a brief moment, the blur stops. You see a humanoid form. A bit of looking at the body and the torso, it looks elven. It's very thin and gaunt, legs dangling, as 4 giant, jagged-looking tentacles sprout from both sides of its torso, holding it aloft. 2 of lifting it off the ground and keeping its body suspended, while 2 are whipping around in the process. As you're glancing, you see its head glance up toward the wall. These blank white eyes just kind of shooting around in different directions spontaneously with this kind of maddening look. Whatever this is clearly insane and is currently driven on some sort of hunger bloodlust. The stitch marks you see across its body are very reminiscent of the earlier abominations that you saw created by Kavarn and sent throughout this cavern
He looks
structure.
the only one who sees it, though, at this moment.
Correct, yes.
God damn it.
Do I see
we see it too?
Like,
You guys haven't yet. In the moment you're talking to this dwarf, you're like shoving him off the platform.
can I see it as I'm like cruising?
Let's pull him up.
You can see the blur moving.
Yes, the twins pull him up, and 1,
As soon as
2, 3!
As you chuck the Durgar through the air, the creature who's briefly had stopped, and you guys now see its motion stop, and you get a full view of its horrible form.
Oh my god.
As soon as I do that, I cast True Strike.
All right, you cast True Strike on
sit
yourself.
down.
On him.
On him?
Yeah.
On the Durgar?
And what it does is it allows me to see. Keep going. I'll tell you.
Okay.
On the Dorgar?
No, on the.
All right, so it stops for a second. You guys all get a view of its vision as it's looking up towards where Keyleth is. Suddenly, its head snaps back into focus as the Durgar goes swinging through the air. As it does, it licks its lips, and you can see now where its mouth is. The lips curl back, and the jaw splits open slightly. With this horrible kind of predator-like fanged jaw, and the 2 tentacles that are currently up in the air reach out, grab, and just split it in 2. Its torso then divides and just kind of sprays it with crimson as it licks it out of the air.
I'm still going. I'm still going. I'm not standing and watching.
So,
Have we passed it yet?
everyone roll initiative.
We're
I was
going
gonna
in?
say we should try and avoid him. Oh man.
Terrible.
Poop monster.
Oh god.
We're floating above it. We got advantage.
Do we?
We're all
have,
stuck
like,
on a single piece of rock.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the thing.
Fine. One of us has guns.
All right.
And we saw
That
Dorgar
is-
What a
get
good
pulled
way to
under
put
by
it. One of us has guns.
One of us has guns.
Pick on the humans.
By the bones.
Yeah, the bones pulled down, right? So
Yeah.
it's not just
We-
this thing.
Using this as the figure for the
Oh
creature.
gosh. Oh okay.
By the way, Matthew.
Yes.
True Strike. I extend my hand and pointed finger to target. My magic grants me a brief insight into the target's defenses. On my next turn, I gain advantage on my first attack roll against the creature provided that spell.
Correct.
As it
Gotcha. So, for the purposes of this, the two gnomes are alongside Keyleth's eagle form.
We're gonna use the
flying
little
up
thingy.
over
You ever
here.
gonna use the levitating thingies?
Well, yes, we are.
The thing?
Let me pull them out right now over here.
Levitating thingy.
Levitating thingies. Makes us look cool.
It's been so long.
Ooh, I like it.
There's the rest of you. Although,
And that's the
Trinket is a
thingy?
kid.
Yes, that's our story slab. Trinket is a cat.
Oh, right.
Trinket only has the power of
Slab right here you
adorability.
guys have created.
I swear.
All right, so
Come here, go.
initiative rolls, everyone. Starting at
Yes.
Fudge.
all right, 25 to 20.
21.
All right. Let's get back to the top around there. Bring this. There we go. 20 to 15.
17.
18.
18.
Really creepy.
15 to 10.
12.
No.
10 to 5.
8.
8.
Okay.
Team 8.
Boom.
Pike, what'd you get?
4. Yay!
Okay, yay, Pike, bringing up the rear.
Team single digits.
All right, so
We'll get there.
top of the round is the monstrosity. As it is a very quick. I'm gonna move the camera. Follow me this way. There we go. It uses its quite grand move of 50 feet to over to this side,
Oh, God.
and it gets 2 attacks with its tentacles with reach.
On who?
Actually, 3 attacks.
On who?
On you guys.
This is going to be at you guys.
I don't need this foot.
This is going to be 1 at Kima, 1 at one at you, and 1 at Tiberius, as you are the 3 currently within its positioning view. First one is going to be at you.
Okay.
Oh, that is going to be a 14 to hit.
No.
All right, so you just whoosh, dodge out of the way. The one towards Kima. Oh, that's going to be a 15 to hit, which it strikes her armor, but she manages to just like pull out of the way and it kind of gleans off the side. You can see a little bit of this acid scarring across the edge of her leather armor.
Acid.
The third strike going out towards Tiberius. Whoosh! That is a critical one. Hits. It actually it whips out and strikes the bottom of the stone you guys are standing on, which rocks it for a second, and you all instinctually get kind of worried, but seems to have no effect. That was a really terrible opening round for the creature.
Here's my question. Is this all happening still over top of the bone pit?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That brings us to Vex.
Hunter's Mark!
All right, so you mark
Right
him.
on that guy.
Do it. He is Hunter's marked, and I'm putting this on here as a reminder of your mark.
Okay.
It's so fashionable.
Isn't it
I'm gonna
Get it, sis. Get it. Get it.
lightning arrow him.
Okay.
20 feet.
That's a lot.
Oh, I can't do that because I just Hunter's marked him.
Correct. That was your bonus action.
Cover.
I'm gonna
Give us a
hail
dance
of thorns that guy.
Alrighty.
Okay,
Thorn
at
hail him.
level 3.
to kill our
Okay.
Okay, through my bow
No, she
of
just makes
blazing bowstring.
Okay, so as you pull back your arrow, you pull it up, you can see the thorns actually grow rather rapidly out of the wood itself. And as you pull back, the bowstring itself ignites, setting the bow, the shaft of the arrow on fire as well. As you release, rolling
22.
22 to hit.
Yes.
That hits.
Yeah. So then I roll my regular damage plus 3d10.
Correct. Plus the fire damage, which is 1d10.
Okay, whoa. So 14 for the first.
Okay, and then roll technically 4d10 because it's the fire.
4d10, this is crazy.
Yeah.
4, 11, 19, 21.
So 21 plus 14.
Yes.
35 points of damage. Nice. So you release.
Oh, plus Hunter's Mark damage.
Yep, there you go. That's why you did it.
6.
Nice! 41 points of damage in the first attack from the ranger.
Yes.
Alrighty, so you release the arrow as the creature whoosh, whips into place. It lashes out with all of its tentacles, and as it pulls back, looks like it's ready to pounce. You release the arrow right towards its torso. It hits, and it looks down instinctually, and it bursts into a spray of thorns all over its face and its torso. You can see it reels back from the pain. You can see the flames licking up over the front of its body. You can see there's a semblance of clothing on it. Like whatever this thing once was, it's still wearing the clothing it had. And a portion of it is now burned off part of the torso. Whoever this poor soul was, there is no shred of humanity left in it.
Okay. Before that ends, I go, hop off!
Hop off?
No
way!
No.
Oh.
I'm not stepping on this bone shit.
There's undead.
My turn.
That's your turn, and you're holding a kitten.
Oh, well, he's tucked into my...
Okay, tucked into you? Okay. That brings us to Tiberius. You're up. Tiberius, what are you doing? What you got?
Okay. Everybody hold on tight.
You're giving us opposite notes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you got?
How wide was the stone tablet? 10 feet for all of us to fit on?
Just enough for us to fit on.
It's about 15 feet round, yeah.
Matt Sizzle.
Perfect. I move us right above the butthole, and everybody hold on, and I fucking slam all this right on him.
Okay. All right. So the platform comes cascading down at a fair speed, immediately breaking over this creature as it is a pretty thin wall to have only been about 100 pounds.
Just 4 inches thick.
It completely shatters over the top of it. Everyone who's on that platform, go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Get it, guys. Come on.
Like, lift us back up.
I get 2 because it's favored terrain.
Correct.
Right? Yes. Okay, good. Shit.
All right. So
17.
23.
Pike, no, there.
24.
I'm not happening for a while.
Oh, me too?
Yes.
12.
12. All right, so all the rest of you manage to leap off and tumble the best you can to get to the ground, catch yourself, except for Tiberius.
Wait, do I make a dexterity check? I mean, I'm not. Okay, yeah. No,
You're still on the platform, it just shattered around you.
And then, okay, right, yeah, tell me about it.
So you, however, fall prone on the ground
Oh no.
from the impact and land on the ground. That's also going to end your turn.
Did it do any damage?
Can I not do any bonus actions?
Unfortunately, not due to the failed dexterity save. It practically knocked the wind out of you at the impact.
Okay.
That was the unfortunate part of missing that dexterity check.
Okay.
However, it does deal from the crushing damage to the entity. That'll be, I'll say, 3d10 points of damage.
Ooh.
I'll see if it makes it safe to reduce it by half, which it does. Roll 21. What's your DC in your spell?
17.
So yeah, so it makes it safe, so it's half damage. So you roll 3d10 and it takes half that.
3, 12, it was 19.
19, okay. So it takes total 9 points of damage. Crushing damage from the blow of the stone on top of it. Nice. As it shrugs off the bits of chunks of stone that are around its body, you can see a little bit of blood is beginning to pull at the seams of its body. It's taken some hits. It's still doing all right, but it's definitely, you can see it's not impervious by any means. That brings us to Vax.
All right, well, I use my bonus action to click my boots of haste together.
Boot of haste?
Boot of haste? But are magic items resistant to...
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, yeah. And start sneak attacking from behind.
All right.
8. Oh, but it's... So 8. 22 for the first attack.
You unfortunately do not get sneak attack on this.
No.
It knows where you are. You did not get the round before of it. Nobody else is adjacent to it because everyone else had to jump off the platform.
So no one's right next to it? I'm the closest
Currently,
one?
no. You're the closest one to it.
Alright, well,
because everyone had to
I'm
jump off as it fell, and the fact that as soon as you rush towards it, its head clicked over its back and looked straight at you, kind of almost the neck bending in the process.
Block me every chance you get with this
Oh,
one.
boy.
Alright, so that was the first
No,
attack.
this creature is
It's really speedy.
it's really quick and very aware of its surroundings.
Alright, okay, so first attack is 9. There's 2 more coming. Here comes the poison dagger,
Okay.
which is 23.
23, that does hit.
Okay, that is 10.
Okay.
And then because of the boots of haste, I get a third attack.
You do.
And that misses entirely. In fact, I think I threw my dagger into the bones.
Would you roll a 1?
1, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So the first strike hits. Second one slams, and the poison. You feel the poison energy pulls through the blade. What's the DC on that again?
It's 15.
That hits. They feel the poison enter its side, and it kind of looks down. Oh, sorry. It is immune to poison. Sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, abyssal abominations. So the second blade goes in. The third one, you go ahead and swing towards it, and it's actually slaps the blade out of your hand. It goes and sticks into the ceiling. Thankfully, returns back to your belt side because magical belts are cool. All right, cool. That ends your turn. Kima's turn. Kima, who just managed to land, grabs her sword and reaches over. You can see the divine energy instilled within her blade. She is going to make 2 attacks against the creature. She rushes towards it. Back on that side there. It's going to be 17. That'll hit. It's 27 to hit, and then natural 20. So a hit and a critical.
Oh, hit his head.
She's going to go ahead and that's 15 damage from the first strike.
Do now.
The second one is going to be.
We can get off this floor real bad.
Well, you're not on it.
I'm not.
You can
All right.
make a dance floor next to them.
As she strikes it both times with the sword, you can see the first strike hits. The second one, she swings around and she instills with her divine smite, which does an additional 8 points of divine damage to the second strike. As it slashes across, you can see the torso kind of splits open. And as the torso opens up, you can see a part of its guts begin to spill out. And they begin to slowly pull themselves back in.
Oh, hell.
She's Wolverine!
Scanlan, you're up.
Okay. Boy. Do I have a clean line of sight on her? Are we too far away?
You guys are up in the air being held by her. Probably, actually, I'd say...
I'm doing the eagle glide.
You guys are about 30 feet up right now?
Oh man.
All right. Well then, I think I'm within range. I'm just gonna blind the bitch. So I cast blindness on her.
Okay, what's the range on that?
It's a girl. It's a her.
Isn't it a girl?
But no, it's a male elf.
Yeah. Well, I'm so demeaning to it. I call it a girl.
Why is that
It is a chauvinist, and I know that just by looking at it.
It's a chauvinist.
I'm prone.
So what's the range on that, Scanlan?
I'm looking.
Disadvantage on his roll.
You're in the wrong group to be saying that shit, man.
I'm drunk.
Whatever. Don't blame
I'm not. How far am I? I can't even tell. I can't even see the board.
It was beaten
You're
into him by
about
his
70
caddy.
feet from it.
I can't do
I
it.
don't know what to do.
Can't do it.
You can hold your turn if you want to. For
Oh, until Keyleth goes. Yeah.
I can hold my turn. I've never done this before.
Yeah, meaning you can wait. If you're waiting for somebody else to take their turn first, you can hold back until they do theirs. So you can wait for her to pull you closer.
I will wait for that then.
Okay, so
Okay.
And I love women.
Okay.
Oh,
We know, Scanlan.
We know.
Biblically.
Keyleth does kind of like Keyleth does like a
for their
little
love.
dip really quick to kind of
All right, gotcha.
make
Man, shaking
Scanlan a
ground.
little nervous.
All right.
2 steps forward. 1 step
Clarota takes his turn. Clarota is going to. All right. Yeah. The situation's too dangerous right now for anything lightning bolt related. Clarota is instead going to attempt to use Mind Blast against the creature.
Nice.
Oh no, that's not good either. At this positioning. Yeah, no, Clarota can't do that because she'll get a bunch of you guys too.
God, Clarota.
Clarota is.
Come on.
Clarota.
Instead, Clarota is going to.
Can he heal us?
Lightning.
No,
You're all
Clarota's
standing
not
around.
making.
We're
Like,
fine,
Clarota's going
don't
to cast Blur on himself to try and keep it from taking any of these points of wounding damage. So he uses its turn to cast Blur. Clarota's form begins to shift and kind of vibrate in and out of place where it's hard to see exactly where Clarota is standing. Clarota is then going to take 2 steps back. Unfortunately, in the threat range of the creature, it gets whoosh, a reaction to attack against Clarota. Thanks for the Blur spell, though, it misses entirely.
It's 10 out.
So the strikes and it just kind of passes through Clota's blurring form with no effect. Clota moves behind one of the rocks here, actually this far, for cover. That ends Clota's turn. Keyleth, you're up.
Okay. I caw closer. Caw.
Like over. Where?
Lower. Yeah, there's good.
Okay.
Shit.
Focus bird.
Shit, if I can't cast any spells unless I land.
I guess it is.
I'm gonna have to drop down.
Could you claw it? Watch from above.
Can I kind of perch on one of these stalactites?
You can, but you have to let go of the gnomes to do so.
Do it. Can I drop off you guys?
Yep.
You hear?
What? Ah!
And I drop them off really quick.
What'd you say?
Okay, so both of you guys make acrobatics checks.
Oh,
With a disadvantage for you, unfortunately, because you're in armor.
but don't I get a plus 10?
Not for acrobatics, you don't.
Right. You're lead
16.
bullet falling from the sky.
16? Okay.
That's okay.
8.
All right. So both of you guys get released as you go to
For the
perch on one of
win.
these rocks. I'll put you just there. Look, you're on the rock. Good.
Well, I'm gonna turn back into Keyleth, kind of holding on to the rock
Okay, so we'll put you there.
up there.
He was no longer an eagle. This is out of the way. You guys both kind of land.
But
there
I'm
and
still
there.
on the rock. I still want to be on the rock.
I'm considering you on the rock,
Okay,
but
okay.
I don't want to have to try and balance you right there. So, Skillen, you land, catch yourself in the bones, you're fine. Pike, you sink into your waist at the impact.
Because my armor's so heavy.
Speed in the way, your inability to catch your weight and use it, you just go just sticks directly into the bone up to your waist.
You're a no make.
I didn't bring my
Ah, dang it.
Percy, you're up.
Dead. Wait, I'm
Oh,
not
no,
done
sorry, it's not
yet.
your turn. Your turn back. So, Keyleth, what are you doing?
The laser pointer's dead. Okay, I am now going to make a wall of stone. Just wait. Is there somebody in the way? Is there somebody behind him? Is that Vax?
Yeah.
Damn it, Vax! Damn it!
We didn't ask to be dropped there.
Where we landed.
Shitballs. Alright. I'm going to do Grasping Vine then. No, I should probably make a dance floor for us. I'm gonna make us a dance floor.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna do wall of stone. Kind of how concentrated can I do my wall of stone actually? Can I do a wall of stone to where it's donut shaped to where there's a hole in the middle? And now I make a wall going across the
A donut
top?
of stone.
You know, I would say,
Like
based on the description of it here,
A horizontal wall that's
10 foot by 10 foot panels.
Panels. Square.
So, yes, you can.
so I can.
Alternatively, you can create 10 foot by 20 foot panels that are only 3 inches thick.
Okay, well then I'll do
You
it.
can create any shape you desire. So you can make it in a donut hole type thing if you want to.
Nope. I'm gonna make a donut shaped dance floor, and I'm gonna make a hole in the middle to where he's still in the middle in the bone, but we're all on rock, kind of around this area,
Right, so it's just around all of you guys or underneath everybody.
underneath us.
Okay.
I'm making a dance floor.
That was an excellent move by a strong, independent woman who doesn't need a man to tell her what to do. Or to validate her in any way.
That's right.
I call out across the bone field.
I want everybody.
Not be able to get Pike, I don't think.
Brotherhood
if you're
of the
able to
Sisterhood.
these guys.
I can't get Pike.
No, because it'd be like a weird loop there.
I can maybe try to sprinter's boost.
Well, just as much as I can do, but I want to make a nice hole to where he's still.
I would say if you want, you can either get Pike or you can get these guys here. That's about what we're gonna call.
Don't worry, you're
thing is
do
gonna
some
What are
start.
you
damage.
gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna boost up Pike.
Okay.
She's halfway underground.
Wall comes out and it stops there. It's as far as you can get it. This whole area now
Thanks, man.
is a wall. It pops you out of the stone, and you guys, as the stone lifts you up, you kind of have to catch yourself for a second. But it's not so abrupt to the point where you get knocked off the side. You're all lifted up about 10 feet. So just mark that area as stone wall. Got it.
Except for douchebag.
Except for douchebag.
Now that I'm within range, may I go?
I have a name. Or do I have to wait?
After Percy, and then it's your turn. You all guys are all at the same
Other
time.
douchebag.
So Percy,
Does he get an attack of opportunity if I run?
you don't know.
How close am I? I can't see.
It took one reaction against Clorota.
You're further than 5 feet away because had you been 5 feet away, I could have sneaked it.
Oh, well, all right. I'm going to. The first thing I'm going to do is going to shoot twice into the face of this asshole.
Okay, go for it.
Shoot twice into the face of the asshole, Percy.
14,
But
14 does not hit, unfortunately.
but 28 will.
28 will. So the
Okay.
first shot you shoot, the body just goes and just like, in a totally unnatural sense, just sees where the aim is and is already out of the way before the bullet gets there. Returns, but you catch it up with the second shot from the pepper box and blast into the side of its chest. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh my god, this is awful. 6.
6 points of damage. Alrighty.
That's just embarrassing.
That's something. That's something.
Hey, you know what? We're getting close.
That's better than a 1.
Pike is just an inspirational
No, man,
poster
it's
today.
not.
You're
She's like, it's okay, you can do it.
Trying to do
Thanks,
good
Mom.
deeds.
All right.
Thanks, Mom.
That's your turn.
No, I'm gonna try and make a run for it for the stalactite by your head.
Trying to stock
Yeah.
up karma points.
Okay.
Maybe you'd like to shit
Run
upon
back.
it now.
If I can even climb onto it, that would be very cool. If I can grab some of my.
That's gonna with your run speed, you might have to do that next turn. I don't think
Okay,
you have
that's
enough
fine.
action to do that, but you get to it. Scanlan, you're up.
I'm going to blind him with blindness
Okay.
in his eyes.
What?
Try blinding
All
him
right.
with science. That usually works.
Are you using
Yeah.
your hand cone?
I am using my hand
I
cone.
assume you do for the most part.
Yes.
All right. So what's your DC with that?
19.
19. Good. All right. Fails its roll.
Yes.
Yes!
So you see now as you reach out and release the arcane essence, you can see this darkness kind of spill up and completely cascade over the white, almost soulless, freaking out eyes of this creature. It's very Silent Hill in the way it moves. Suddenly its eyes fill over with black darkness, and you can see it beginning to writhe and move around like it's unable to truly grasp the full surroundings. It appears to have taken effect.
Awesome. And then I give a little inspiration to Pike. I just look over at her, give her a little wink, little smile.
Spurred her on with anger. Good job.
Save your 1d8 inspiration dice.
Okay.
That's all it takes.
Good on you.
Takes.
All right, that ends your turn, Scanlan.
I think so.
You gonna stay right there?
Where am I?
You're on top of the wall right here.
Yeah, I'm staying on the wall. Yeah,
Okay,
I don't want to
cool.
go anywhere. Yeah.
Pike, you're up.
Okay, so from where I'm at,
Yes, on top of this wall here.
I'm on top of a wall. I'm gonna guiding bolt
Okay.
the whatever it is.
Okay.
The whatever it is.
And then, okay, wait, hold on. That's let me pass that at. Okay, so I can do. So what do I just roll for?
You roll and add your spell attack modifier to it. I believe it is to hit for guiding bolt.
So I roll the d20 to see if I.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it should be in the description.
Okay. Does he say
That's good. That's good.
15?
Plus anything?
Oh, plus.
yeah, that'd be plus something.
Wait, what am I plussing? I'm so sorry.
Your spell attack.
It's on your spell page.
It's in your spell page. Top of your spell page.
What's that? Okay.
I haven't used it in a while. Yeah.
23.
23 does hit.
Yes. Okay, so then we do.
So 46 points of radiant damage to it.
It's also blind.
Yes.
46.
And then I'm going to add my inspiration from
That's
him.
not for.
You can't add it for damage,
That can't.
unfortunately.
That's, oh, okay.
Only
So
to
it's
hit
hit.
and ability checks.
Save it for later.
So 19.
19. So as you look down, you grab your holy symbol, and even though it is cracked, you still feel the presence of Sarenrae looking down upon you. The divine energy coalesces in your hand, and you throw it forward with a divine wrath. As it streaks across the air, it slams into the side of this weird, twisting abomination. And as it blasts into it, you can see its tentacles reel back and pull back in severe pain, and it roars this horrible, screeching scream into the cavern around you, echoing down the hall. It's looking a little rough. It's looking a little rough.
Okay. And then there's nothing I can do from there, right?
That's your action. You can move if you like, move along the wall or hop off it or whatever you want to do.
Come closer to me.
I'll stay.
All right.
Because she's an independent woman.
That's a proud choice, and I honor and respect it. But I love women.
So currently, because it's
Pike's not the only one cashing karma points.
right now, technically, I should remember this, but you hit anyway. And while it's blinded, attacks against it have advantage,
Oh, okay.
and its attacks have disadvantage. So, as a note.
Sweet.
Top of the round now, the monstrosity goes ahead and gets its round. It's going to go ahead and lash out where it thinks people are around it, seeing the wall go up. It's going to swing out towards you.
I'm really looking forward to my turn.
All right, that is a 16 versus armor class. Nice. So as it swings out towards you on the wall, you duck out of the way just in time. A second tendril reaches out and it's going to go ahead and head forward. Let's see. This one actually is probably going to make its way either between either your foot or Scanlan on the wall. I'm going to roll to see who it goes for. It goes for Tiberius. That is a 16 versus armor class again.
No. 17.
17? Nice. Let's see.
On the ground, you look up like.
No.
My big toe.
Third strike is going to whip around and attempt to grab. Let's see, roll between both. No, it's against. Okay, it's going to go for Lady Kima. That's a natural 20.
Lots of shots.
She,
Yeah, that's her.
she's a magnet.
Even with disadvantage?
Even with this, well, yeah. Well, actually, no. Technically, it would have still been a 15, so it's not critical, but it still hits.
That's good.
Unfortunately, without her full armor, her AC is not that crazy. So it's not critical. That's nice. That brings it to a total of 18 points of damage with an additional 6 acid damage. Lady Kima.
Ooh, acid. None of us have gotten hit yet.
And the tentacle wraps around her and grapples her in place, and she's currently held in place by its tentacle. She stays where she is. It is now going to attempt to leap away.
What?
It
What?
brings all other tentacles into the ground and leaps up
Attacking
into the air.
Bordeaux.
You get one
Yeah.
attack of opportunity against it.
27.
27 does hit.
I swing at it with my cane as I'm on the floor.
Do I get a no.
Shrinking meows.
11.
11 points of damage. Alrighty.
I think that's worth an inspiration dice.
Takes 11 and it leaps away, taking her with it.
Oh,
To
Kima,
this side
Kima.
here. I just want to land about there.
Whoa.
And you can see as it leaps away and lands, the wounds you guys have left on it are slowly healing.
Son of a bitch!
Vex, you're up.
Alright, I don't want to hit Lady Kima with any of my attacks, so I'm just gonna have to do, I'm gonna do the blazing bowstring again,
Okay.
and I'm gonna attack it twice.
Alright, go for it. Roll both
Blaze
strikes.
that bowstring.
Ooh, that was a 30. No,
You
that
have
was
advantage on these strikes, by the way. Well, actually, let me see. It gets a save each turn to try and get rid of your
It
blindness.
does.
Which she does not make.
Okay. Nice. He's
He does not make, yeah. So still blinded.
29,
Hits, definitely.
and 23.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage on both attacks. First one with the extra D10 blazing blowstream. This arrow one's going to pull out, burst into flame. The heat is a bit strong for your face, but you release it before it actually impacts any of your damage. Streaks across with an arc of fire and slamming into its side, dealing
Take it, sister.
14 points of damage on the first one.
All right, second one.
What did I do on that? That was weird. 14 on the second one as well.
Nice. All
And
right.
then can I cast War God's Blessing on her and give her a +10 for an attack roll?
She's already attacked,
Oh, I already attacked.
but to other people
Oh,
you can't. And you can do it. And you can do it after they roll.
When do you do that after they roll?
Like if someone rolls like, oh,
It was really
that's a really
bad.
bad roll, you can be like +10, and then that might give them enough to push them over the edge.
Okay, so you can't add it if it's a fairly.
It's not for damage, just mainly for
It's not for damage. It's for
Oh my
attack.
god.
attacking
Oh
to
my
make sure you
God.
hit it.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right. All right.
But when Hunter's marked, she's still Hunter's marked.
Correct. Oh, did you not roll that damage?
Everything's fine.
4.
All right. Extra 4 damage from the hunter's mark. Tiberius.
Yes.
So, do you get up? You're currently like lying on the top of the wall.
I look around and I don't like what I see.
Okay.
And I try to get up.
Okay. Stand back up. You're currently at the top of the wall. It's 10 feet up.
Oh. Really?
Okay, where's he again? Oh, I see his mountains. Oh, I see. With the yellow ring around him?
Yep.
And Kima's to the right of him?
Yep.
Kima's being held by him.
Oh. Okay. Okay, yeah, great. I look at him, I look at them, see what's going on. I my ion stone, and I conjure out telekinesis from it, and I guide it towards the monster's tentacle to unwrap it off of Kima. And I'd attempt to pull it off of her.
Okay. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
That's telekinesis, Kyle.
Sweet. 20.
20?
Yeah.
All right. As you focus your telekinesis, the tentacle gets to shake and is pulled off of her body. Kima wrenches herself free.
Nice.
She's not currently grappled.
Can I also go like, stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself!
The tentacle starts slapping around its body, and it kind of looks confused. It doesn't have to really do any damage, but it just looks unsure as to why it's having a hard time controlling its own.
I give a nod to Kima.
Well done.
That's my turn.
All right, cool. Vax, you're up.
Gonna be jealous.
Alright, I'm still hasted, so I'm going to use a bonus action to go stealth.
All right.
And that
I can't see you, by the way.
Huh? What?
It's blinded.
Oh, it's blinded? But do I still need that to sneak attack, though, or does it matter? Alright, never mind.
For this, no. You can.
I'm running at it. I'm running at it, and since Kima's right there, I'm going to stab the bejesus
Go
out
for
of
it.
I'm going to use luck on that roll.
Okay. You have advantage, remember, 'cause it's blinded.
Okay, great. Okay, so that is a 29.
29 hits.
Okay.
Nice.
Ridiculous.
29. Okay. Which part gets doubled? I always forget.
That's the dice.
Okay, so 19 goes to 38.
38, nice.
Plus and then the damage just gets added to that, right?
Correct.
Wait, the sneak attack and the damage gets doubled.
Correct, and then the bonus at the end gets added onto that.
Bonus at the end. Oh, okay. All right. So what that is 47.
47 points of damage. Whew.
All right, that's the first attack.
So as you rush past, you slam the blade into the side. You can see where part of it seems to start to open, but it's starting to close up again. You reopen that seam and drag across, leaving a giant wound across its side.
Okay, and then with that knife in, I'm gonna stick the other knife in and attempt to attack it, and then drag it to the ground, like grapple it to the ground with my body as I attack. Second attack is a 25.
25 hits.
Okay. That's 7.
Okay, are you doing damage or are you grappling?
I'll grapple.
Okay, so there's no damage on this. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Okay. 20, natural 20.
Nice.
Get it. Kill
So
it.
you grab it and you pull it. You have it currently held. Its physical body is pulled to the ground, and you can see its arms are trying to pull it up off the ground and just flipping around in chaos in the air. You imagine you're probably gonna have a hard time holding it down, but for now it's currently blinded and grappled.
With haste, I have a third attack.
You do.
I'm going to drag it across its throat. That is a 25.
That hits.
And that's 7.
You don't get the bonus. Oh no, the extra attack you do because it's with your main on.
7.
So 7 damage.
Yes.
All right, cool. You bring the blade across, and you can see like the blood begin to pour out from it. And as it does, you can see the throat opens up, and where you cut in the throat, you can see what looks like white gleaming teeth on the inside of its throat.
Excuse me?
The entire interior of its trachea is coated with teeth.
It has a maw.
Kima's turn. Kima sees you holding it down, takes the sword up, swings it, and is going to come on down, spending a level 3 spell as a divine smite against it. And it's at that hits the 22. This advantage is kicking its ass. Second attack.
Nice blind, Scanlan.
Yeah, that's oof. Yeah, both hit.
By the lady.
The first one.
Nice.
All right. Ooh. 36 points of damage from the divine strike.
I go faster.
Trying so hard.
And 12 points in the second blow. As she comes out and slams it with its sword twice, the first one arcing down with divine energy, streaking across the barely lit cavernous area. It hits the ground, and it splatters blood across. You can see one of its tentacles is like barely hanging on by just a section of muscle and sinew. However, she looks down real fast, and you can see now these skeletal hands are reaching up and grabbing her legs and starting to pull her down. She's going to attempt to try.
Kima or Kima?
Oh, I wonder if that's gonna happen to all
She's
of us.
unable to break from that. She's now being pulled down into the ground beneath her.
No.
That brings us to
As long as you stay on the
Cloroda's
death
turn. Cloroda
Yeah,
is gonna move.
Who all is on the dance
Okay,
floor?
so with this Oh,
I am.
gosh, can't do this.
All of us except for Percy, I
Okay.
think.
Clarota is going to stand.
No, but I'm going to be on the stalactite in a second.
No. Clarota is going to stand here
You need to.
and pull back.
Got a plan.
Begin to coalesce this kind of bluish, crackling arcane energy in Clota's hands. The tentacles of Clota's face begin to swirl and pull back into this horrible grimace as it releases this bolt of lightning energy that arcs past just overhead of where Kima is, as Kima's being pulled down below. Lightning bolt.
Nice.
3 ones in a row. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm rolling terribly tonight, guys, by the way.
It's mostly in our favor.
Okay, so that lightning bolt
May
would
the odds ever be in
do
your favor.
15 points of damage with disadvantage on its save. Still makes it. So with a lightning bolt that does a grand total of 7 points of damage.
Oh no.
It's better than one, Clarota. It's better than one.
Crota kind of looks somewhat dejectedly.
That's the best I can do.
All right, Keyleth, you're up.
All right. Seeing Lady Kima slowly getting taken under, I just make eye contact with her.
All right.
What?
No, continue.
Okay. And I make a grasping vine from that stalactite over there.
Here.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take it and wrap it around Lady Kima and try and yank her out.
Okay. All right. So as the vine kind of pulls out of the side of this rock, it reaches out and wraps itself around her body and begins to pull.
Around her waist, not her neck again.
Right.
Yeah.
Good distinction.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Throwing
So.
it out there.
No, it's a good thing. So, grasping vine. Yeah, okay. So, pull 20 feet. No, she gets pulled 20 feet. I'll go ahead and say that. Go ahead and make a wisdom check.
Okay, I'm trying not to hurt her.
Right. No, I understand. This is more your strength of will versus the strength of whatever.
Just adding my wisdom.
Yep.
20 total.
20. So as the vine wraps around her and begins to pull, she reaches over and grabs the vine for extra strength, and it pulls her out of the wall. She goes flying over and lands at the side of the stone, where the vine is still loosely wrapped around her, but it's definitely pulled her free of the floor.
Can I leave it to where she's kind of like, it's holding her up? To where
Sure.
she's not touching?
Yeah, she's currently kind of held aloft by this vine that's kind of like strapped her to this. She's looking confused, like kind of thankful, but also wants to be let go.
Can I take a bonus action to shout at her and be like, calm down, Kima, jeez.
Sure. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. As you finish casting the spell and shouting at her, you look down and notice the ground. She begins pulling you down.
No,
Oh,
I'm
what?
still on the stalactite. I haven't moved off the stalactite. Straggling it. Yeah.
See?
Oh, yeah, see?
Little straddle action. Straddle
I'm riding that
stalactite
stalactite.
action.
Go ahead.
Stalagmite.
Riding it side saddle.
It's happening.
It's really hard to hold on to be on top of that and cast the spells and talk about this. It's a giant.
And talk
mega
about
piece of
this.
stone. I'm gonna say go ahead and make an athletics check.
Alright. Ooh!
Yeah.
24.
Okay, you manage to precariously stay on the top of this stalactite, holding on to
Oh,
it,
no,
casting your
good.
spells and shouting out. All right,
Jeez, Kima, stop! This is hard already!
Percy.
I'm gonna crawl and get and find myself a seat on top of that stalactite. That's my first thing I'm gonna do.
Okay, well, at the start of your turn, go ahead and make a dexterity check.
20.
All right. You managed to pull out. Now go ahead and make an athletics check to try and make your way up to the top of this rock.
Athletics or acrobatics?
This will be athletics just to pull yourself up on the side.
Rock climbing check.
13.
Jennifer Hale check.
13. Okay, you can decide whether or not you want to attempt to ascend this or make any attacks this turn, because right now it's going to take your full round to get to the top of this. Currently, it's like a very thin, jagged, almost vertical wall you're trying to climb up and hold on to.
How far away am I from the stones?
That could go wrong.
From
the platform.
From the platform here?
From something I can stand on that's not sand.
You're probably about 35 feet.
So I can make it in a run.
You could make it a run, yeah.
All right. I mean, like in a standard movement. Actually.
No, you'd barely almost make it.
What's your movement?
My movement is 30. So just almost make it.
Yeah. And right now, this wall is blocking you from even seeing the creature. As far as you know, you just see a giant wall and you hear fighting on the other side of it.
I'll make it to the top of the stalactite then. So.
Okay, so you get up to the top. I'll just put this here as a reminder, but that's kind of where you are right now.
Better not to be on the floor.
Okay. That ends your turn. Scanlan.
Is there anywhere I can stay on the dance floor and get a line of sight with the creature?
I'll say you'll be able to get right up next to Tiberius right here and be able to get line of sight.
And can I throw lightning and not hit Tiberius?
No.
Okay. Okay then. I don't do that.
Okay.
Instead, I got nothing to do. I will, let's say, I will try to. It's a he.
It's a he.
I have no ranged attacks. Except I can viciously mock it. So that's what I'll do.
Do it.
I'll say, you know what? Your tentacles make you look kind of fat. And the elf thing is played out. It's sort of 1990. Orlando Bloom. And the whole bone thing is just really tacky.
I look at Scanlan curiously.
I actually feel kind of hurt about
looks
that.
over. You look over your shoulder at Scanlan with a curious look. Roll a 4. So essentially, being blind, all it can rely on really right now is audio sensation around it, and it picks up ringing through the air what hint and shred of humanity within its psyche understands the common you speak in its direction, and for a moment, it seems to sag all its tentacles. Go ahead and roll damage for your vicious mockery.
You suck. 3. Yes! It's the only ranged attack.
Let's see if there's another effective vicious mockery.
He's sad for a while.
Is there anything else it does?
I don't know.
He's dead.
No, nothing.
Is the other effect.
He just dies.
He just dies.
Negative shoes
Mockery has
on
disadvantage on the next. Okay, so it has disadvantage upon disadvantage on its next attack. Got
Oh wow, okay.
It's really into the whole
Does
skull
that
thing.
mean it has to do with
triple
the triple?
disadvantage.
No, it just
Damn,
has
that'd be
effect.
awesome.
Pike, you're up.
Oh, and as my bonus action, I'm gonna inspire somebody. I don't know who. I look over at Liam and I do one of. Vax, and do one of these.
All right, you are strangely inspired by that.
Giggle snort.
Okay, brings us to Pike. You're up.
Okay, so where are we at? I'm so sorry, I can't see.
You're right
where
there
I'm
on
at.
top of the wall on the far back end. You can't even see the entity. It's like way off to the side, and a bunch of people are on a row on top of the wall.
Okay,
that
so I'm gonna
created.
use my my sprinter's boots and get over. Everybody's healed. Everybody's hasn't really taken any.
you're good.
any
We're all
You guys have
hit
rolled really
Solid.
well, and it is rolled terribly.
So I'm gonna go like around here's. So, well, I don't know. Can I have?
It's a very thin wall. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check to try and kind of move and tumble through the people with disadvantage because you're in heavy plate armor.
But you've got inspiration.
You do.
You do.
yes, you
Add
can
that
add
to your
eight.
roll. So add the
Roll twice, you
Well,
have
yeah.
disadvantage.
Roll twice. Pick the lower.
13.
Wait, plus 8?
You can
You
roll
can
a
roll an
d8.
8 and see.
It's advantage, so pick the higher.
No, disadvantage because she's in heavy armor.
Oh.
16.
16?
Yeah.
You just managed to barely squeeze through people without falling off the top of the wall, finding
Okay.
yourself right there.
So then, since I'm there, I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt again.
Okay.
And then, I'm gonna cast it at 4th level again.
Ooh, snap.
And then, which is... Okay, so hold on.
So you have roll to attack twice. You have to roll to hit it first.
Roll to hit it first.
Roll twice because it is blinded and has disadvantage. You have advantage on it, I mean.
Also,
18.
Plus
8,
your
great.
spell thing.
18 plus your spell.
Oh, which would be, 26.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. You are at 4th level. That is 7d6 damage.
whoa!
Nice! Holy crap!
Pike,
Seriously.
perhaps you should spare it for your god. Or offer it in sacrifice to your god?
Your brain.
Sorry, guys.
That's a lot of math.
You know what? Women are good at math.
They are.
They are.
They are.
Probably better than men.
I would say
And then
probably.
do I add anything?
No, that's just the 7d6. So
26.
26 damage. Nice.
Good adding.
Hey, thanks.
As you pull through the rest of the crowd, you stand next to one, grab your holy symbol again, this time kind of looking up to your hand. This divine energy kind of materializes and shines down in a god ray into your hand. As you gather it with your fingers, it seems to formulate this actual thick rock-feeling sensation. You swing it underhand softball pitch with absolute furious anger that slams into the side of the creature, bursting with the divine energy, doing a very sincerely impressive amount of damage for a small guiding bolt. It's currently still trying to get back up after Vax has been holding to the ground. You can see as it blasts its side, you are almost pulled over on top of it by the sheer force of the impact. That brings us up to the top of it now.
Still alive?
Still
Freak,
alive?
it's got healing factor.
It's going
Undo
to.
its healing?
Okay. After all the impact, all the sounds it's hearing now, it moves over into this vicinity.
Ain't he grappled?
Oh, you're holding it here.
I'm holding it.
It's going to attempt to break from your grapple.
Good luck.
So you make acrobatics, right? Well, it's going to make.
Do I get advantage on this?
For this check, you do, I believe.
Okay, good. 27.
27, 29.
Oh!
It slips out of your grasp. Moves over to this vicinity here, and you can see now the tendrils open up, even though its eyes can't see. You can see what looks like a bunch of gills across its body, slits in its torso, and it kind of almost looks like all of them open up in these tiny little mouths. You can also see teeth rippling through them, and expels this cloud of green gas that around everyone within 10 feet of it. Everyone on the wall right here, Clarota, you are just out of range out of it, and Kima are affected. So that would be Pike, Vex, Trinket technically, Clarota. So I need you guys to make a Constitution saving throw.
What?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Pike, wherever she gets back.
Who has to do this? Pike, Clarota?
Pike, Clarota,
Should I roll
Trinket,
for Pike
Vex.
or is she
Wait, she comes back. You go ahead and roll.
19?
Hasna?
Oh, 19, and then for Trinket.
Trinket.
Oh, God almighty.
Oh
Clarota does not make it.
Oh my God.
Kima does not make it.
I can roll for Pike.
All right, go for it. If you want to take that.
Yeah, I've got this, guys. We are connected in a special gnome way that you have no idea how pure this bond is.
Here comes the one.
Like crazy glue or?
16
Oh!
plus whatever.
All right.
Plus for, wait, I'm going to go to Constitution. Plus what? 17.
All right. Trinket rolled a 7. All right.
That's
So
the power of
But I rolled a
love.
19.
right as this cloud of greenish gas just bursts out from all these strange slits in its body. You feel this acidic fume fill your lungs and touch your skin. You manage to duck out of the way and resist a lot of the damage, as does Pike, pulling up her cloak in front of the way. You guys take 14 points of acid damage.
Dang.
However, Clarota and Kima and Trinket all take 28 points of acid damage.
28 points?
Yes.
For Trinket?
Yep.
Is
In
Trinket still
No,
attached?
Trinket's kitten form is taken away as the polymorph wears off.
Oh, shit.
This bear bursts out from your chest.
Oh no! Your shirt is ripped.
All of a sudden, my bosom.
So Trinket's at full health
bare
again.
chest.
Hold on, sorry. The kitten form, I'm going to say, would have about 5 hit points. So taking 5 from the 28, Trinket has taken 23 points of damage.
Cool.
Pike.
Pike, you just took 14.
14 points of acid poison damage as this entity vented its torso into this giant fume of acidic.
It would have been much more
Gas,
if
essentially.
Scanlan hadn't been around. That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
wow. Okay, okay.
I wish Trinket burst out of Vex's torso, landing into the bones below.
No, in the bones?
Yeah, it's on the wall, out in front of you.
No.
Now we know how many hit points it takes to kill a kitten. That will actually be useful. 5 hit points.
5 hit points.
5 hit points, everyone.
All right. It's going to. That finishes its turn. That brings us to Vex.
That's me.
Yep.
Is there anything? What's nearby? Is it anything within 5
Oh, actually,
feet?
you can see if it does resist. It is no longer blinded.
Oh, now.
You can see the darkness fades from its eyes, and the whiteness kind of bursts from its face. Its intent now, as each eye individually darts around and takes reference of all the points of possible attack that are now before it.
Wait, is blindness wore off?
Yes.
Oh.
Is anything within 5 feet of it?
Trinket is.
Oh, I command Trinket to move then. Can he?
A Trinket can, yeah, if you want.
Can he try to climb up and get away from it? Oh no, he'll take a hit, won't he?
He will.
Do it.
If it hits, could miss.
Oh god, but he's so low on health. What?
Where's he at?
He's right next to it. Get up, Trinket, get up on the wall, and I'm gonna cast Hail of Thorns on the thing.
Okay, what was the radius in Hail of Thorns?
5 feet.
5 feet, okay. Trinket is going to go attempt to get up the wall. Make an athletics check for Trinket. He's going to try and
Climb 2 feet.
climb a 10-foot solid stone wall, which is...
Bears can climb trees.
Bears can climb trees.
Trees, yes. Solid, smooth stone walls. A little more rough. But
What is it? An acrobatics?
it's going to be athletics for Trinket.
Athletics. I don't know what to add, but it's 19 plus whatever. Strength?
19 plus strength. Or, yeah.
23.
Okay, Trinket scrambles up the side of the wall. As it does, one of the white eyes that's looking around like an iguana focuses on Trinket. Goes to whip towards Trinket. That is going to be a 24 versus armor class.
Oh, it hits!
Trinket takes
This is his armor. Oh no, oh no!
17 points of damage,
Oh no!
Wait, what's he at?
plus an additional 5 points of acid damage.
Unconscious.
Trinket's
As Trinket
unconscious!
climbs up the wall, and then streaks and falls back down onto the bone unconscious.
Bear down, bear down, bear down!
Oh no!
He's lying in the skeleton.
He's looking at the skeletons.
So you're now there up top. What are you gonna do? You watch Trinket fall and hit the ground.
Kill him!
Not Trinket.
Do I get to? Can I move if I attack, or is that it?
You gave Trinket your move on this turn, so you can still attack from where you are.
Attack him! Will somebody save Trinket?
I'll save Trinket.
Okay, then I still attack him.
Okay.
But wait, will I do damage to Trinket then? Still on the ground, unconscious?
What are you doing?
Oh, I was gonna do Hail of Thorns, but I shouldn't because he's within 5 feet.
Within 5 feet,
Regular arrow.
All right, I do a regular flaming arrow.
you've used your flaming arrow twice. I think.
No, I only used it once.
No, you used it at the top of the round too.
Shit
Used it
balls.
twice now.
Okay, then
Do you have any normal arrows?
I have regular arrows. I'm gonna use blood-seeking bow then.
Okay.
Oh god.
You got it. You're gonna
Make
get
your,
it.
your blood-seeking
Freaking
strike
out.
now, with the fury and anger and frustration.
26.
Hits.
Okay. Roll for damage.
It's a spell. I can make it.
11 plus Hunter's Mark.
That's fine.
15. And then the blood-seeking bow does a 10 bleeding damage each round.
Nice. Okay. So when it comes back to its turn, it'll have 10 bleeding damage on it. Okay. You have your second attack too.
Okay. 24.
24 hits.
That's 12.
12.
Oh, 13.
Okay. So both arrows sink down. You can see like your jaw is tense, and you can feel the tear running down your face. But you are intent on taking this son of a bitch down. That brings us to Tiberius.
Okay.
Actually, at the end of your turn, go ahead and make a death saving throw. For Trinket. So.
A death saving throw?
3 successes or 3 fails. That's first fail.
First fail on Trinket. Okay.
Wait, what? No. I can add a plus 10, right?
To a death saving throw.
Not so much.
That's big attacks for you, unfortunately. So that's one death saving throw on Trinket. Tiberius, what are you doing?
This is a grisly situation.
Okay.
I assess the situation, and I don't like it.
Are you serious right now? Mashing my balls.
That is my no. I cast watery sphere on him and try to capture the guy in my shot. That is plus. Oh, plus this. Oh my god! I always forget it's that number. It's 27.
27. All right.
Right? 18 plus 9.
I'm just going to get familiar with this one real fast, guys. So
Right.
this
So
was
he uses spell attack bonus, I'm assuming?
watery sphere. You said
Yeah, I was looking that up too.
watery sphere. Got it here. Okay. We're in the air.
He's on Tinder right now.
Okay, so it's not about an attack roll for you. It has to make a strength saving throw.
Swipe.
Strength saving throw.
Keep swiping.
That is a 21. What's the DC for your spell?
17.
Okay, so yeah, the sphere appears. The creature is ejected from the side.
Ejected.
Right there. So the sphere is still there, but the creature is ungrabbed by it.
Does it do damage?
As far as I know, it just kind of grabs.
Oh yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah, it restrains and grabs things within inside when it has them. So it works more of as a control than a damaging spell. But the sphere's still there.
Well, fine. I can still move it.
Can you pick Trinket up and bring him up on the wall?
She's got this. I'll move it over just to make him all soaky in it anyway. And
It's not gonna. I can't like move him. It doesn't control him, right?
No. Not if he makes the save.
Okay.
If he fails to save, then yes, then you have been trapped in the sphere. But currently, basically, as you create the sphere, pushed its way out of it.
We're fine. I don't do that. I spend. I don't do anything. Actually, that's my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vax, you're up.
Okay, so Chlorota is right by it, so I'm just going to roll along the back of the thing and sneak attack right into its back.
Get it.
Here.
Right there, yeah. Roll around.
Alrighty.
Him, one
Kill that
dagger
mother
in. That is a 29.
29.
Yeah. Okay. 3.
Yeah, that is. Damn. All right, that hits.
3. Okay, 3. 3. Okay, 3 plus. And what sneak attack for me is it 19, 20? Damn it. Okay, so 3.
Okay.
7. Shite. 18. 20. So that's 40 plus 4.
Rogues,
44,
man.
51.
Rogues are badass!
Right down, I want to carve his shoulder blade out and away like a piece of turkey.
It's not a critical.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, critical's double. Oh, so sorry. Scale that back to.
That was 20.
To.
That's a lot for a non-critical.
22.
Holy shit.
20. It was 20 plus 2 is 22. 29.
29 points damage. Still nice. So as you reach back and you angrily take the dagger and drag it down, you actually find one of those seams of its arm and you drag it across the front as the arm actually falls off on the ground and kind of squirms on its own. You've managed just to pull one of its tentacles off.
Nice.
Okay.
Next
It only
dagger's
has
out.
3.
That was a bad roll, but I'm gonna use one of my lucks to do that again. That hits. That's 27.
Okay.
So that is a simpler 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And last dagger out, 16. That's 26 for 8 points of damage.
Nice. 8 points damage. Got it. Great.
How is this thing
All right.
dead?
Kima is going to rush around here.
Don't be stupid, Kima.
Come in. Kima is going to.
She's been stupid,
What are you
alright?
talking about?
She's a
fighting.
paladin.
She's fighting with us. Don't
She's
dispirit
super
her
nice,
while
Keelan.
we're
This
fighting.
is really awkward for the rest of us, just so you know. We really like her.
Kima's going to attack twice with her great sword.
I don't like her.
I don't like her either, but
Misses.
I don't like her just
openly
fine.
hostile to her.
Kima
Well,
goes and strikes twice, but as she goes with each blade strike, the head kind of glimpses over, sees the attack, and the body bends out of the way. The first strike, the second one, the tentacle actually slaps the blade out of her hand, and she has to reach over and pick it up again off the side of the ground.
She's been useless this fight. Just
The
like
blind was very effective these past couple rounds, but now it's back to its full strength and can see, and you can see now that it's able to see where everyone is. It's much harder to hit, unless you're this guy and this girl. That brings us to Chlorota. Chlorota
Come on, Clarota.
can't use what Chlorota wants to do, unfortunately. Is instead going
What does
to
Clarota want to do?
Dance.
Chlorota
I want to.
You've had it used on you before. You see there was a thing called a mind blast that the mind flayers did before in a cone attack that can stun things in front of it, but everyone's been clustered around it, so Chlorota can't quite get a place that isn't going to affect somebody else. So instead, it's going to make a tentacle attack against it. That is a oh wow, that's a 26 that hits. Takes 15 points of damage and is grappled by Chlorota, as Chlorota currently has its tentacles wrapped up onto it and is trying to pull it down with both a combination of psionic energy and its tentacle grab.
Tentacle v tentacle.
Keyleth, you're up.
Get him,
All right.
Wait, save.
So, seeing that Chlorota just grappled him, I'm like, alright, cool, it's good. I'm gonna use a grasping vine from the other stalactite and grab Trinket and see if I can.
Around his waist.
around his waist.
Okay, so use another 4th level grasping vine.
Yep.
Okay, so the grasping vine from this one here.
That one.
This one here.
Yep.
Okay, the wall is here, so it'll have to kind of curl around the side, wraps around the body. As it begins to pull, you can see the bones have already begun to reach up and start pulling Trinket's body down. Go ahead and make the check for that again, which is...
What is
Athletics?
Will.
Oh, Will?
For this one, I think it was to try and... Well, we said earlier, I think it was just a wisdom for the purposes of this. Let me check real fast, just to make sure. This is starting to get down to the heavy. Creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw to be pulled, but with okay, obviously, let's go and make a willpower check or a wisdom check. Sorry.
20 again.
The vine wraps around Trinket, begins to pull. The bones hold tight, and the body is not moving from its position. It's the standoff between the vine holding the unconscious body of Trinket, who is, you can see, like still kind of moving and shifting in the unconsciousness.
Okay.
The bones are beginning to rise up, almost like the slow tide, to begin to wrap over the body.
Okay.
All right. That brings us to Percy.
Wait, so we don't know?
Well, we don't know
I've got a hold of him.
It's in a standoff right now.
Yeah, it's tug of war.
Yeah.
I'll get him next
It's not
time.
sinking, but not being pulled out either. It's just this stalemate right now between the two. The vine is taut and holding Trinket level.
Okay, I'm gonna spend my movement to get nice and firm, sit myself down, pull out the big gun.
Okay. Bad news.
Bad
You
news.
can see over the wall now, the top of the stalagmite, which stands about 15 feet to the top. You get to the top, you pull the bad news out. You have a pretty clear shot down towards the entity.
Kill him,
Taking
Percy!
the sharpshooter shot. Natural 20 on the sharp.
Go ahead and roll damage for this one.
This is gonna be so much fun.
Did it! Come on! So good!
It was all
So,
flashy.
7, 8, 9, 10,
Ooh!
13,
Hell yeah!
10, 11, 12, 13,
Spend that grit.
13, 14, 15, 16, 16, 26, 27, 37, 38, 39, 41, 42 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
I take the bead and I want to wait till the eye is looking right at me, and then I want to take it right through the eye.
Okay, so as the entity turns around, its head kind of cocked to the side, its tendrils flailing around it, one kind of lifting it up. You can see it begins to reach up to bring a lash down upon the bear that is being clutched into the ground. As its eye streaks around and catches yours, you release, pull back on the trigger.
Boom.
The impact blows you off the top of the stalagmite. You fall in the air, but in that midsection, you keep your vision on as you're plummeting back in this almost moment as time slows, not wanting to lose this moment. You see the bullet insert the head. One of the eyes now goes dark from the crimson impact. The jaw opens slack, with all the teeth exposing, as the back of the head just splatters all across Vax, who is standing behind it. Just
I love it.
the giant hole now, where there's, so you can see portions of its lower jaw are still visible, but the entire top of its head is gone. You can see parts of its flesh trying to reach up and reform, and then start falling limp as its form begins to quiver and eventually fall apart. The seams all begin to unravel, and its entire body begins to fall apart into chunks. Eventually, what's left is this elven torso that slinks to its knees, takes a step, takes another step, and then falls onto its back, completely destroyed. The bones begin to reach up and take its body. Trinket is still currently being held aloft by the grasping
Can I run up
See
into
what's
the
going on,
bones
and
with my...
I cast telekinesis and start pulling it up.
Okay, make an Arcana check. You have advantage on this because the grasping vine is also helping you.
Oh my god. Arcana, 12.
12.
Yeah.
You're pulling, but unfortunately, whatever cursed force holds this land, it's
Okay,
keeping
I run
taut
up
to
and
the
take my
body.
Mace of Disruption, which also has the holy oil on it, which fights against undead. So I take it and I go right underneath.
All right, so Pike, you're on top of the wall. You look down and see this happening with both the effort of both of them unable to do so. You leap off the top of the wall, swinging the Mace of Disruption down in a giant arc. You slam it into the bones on the side of Trinket's body. As you do, you see the actual stone and bones around it cave in and shatter into dust just at the sheer force of your Mace of Disruption, leaving this big old cavernous space where there once was ground. As you bring it up again, you begin just swinging around the outside of Trinket, releasing all the bone in the vicinity. As you do, you also notice that the the bone at your feet is beginning to grab onto your legs as you landed.
No.
Begins to give away and slowly back away from you.
Grab onto the vine!
No,
Grab onto the vine!
Scared of her.
It's scared of me.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Get Trinket out, and I'll pull Pike out.
She's too
Okay,
religious.
pull the bear out.
Can I just keep like?
Between the two of you guys, you manage to now that it's releasing the bone, as Tiberius lifts up in the vine grasping, you lift Trinket up, back up onto the wall, and Tiberius, you release Trinket on the top of the wall.
Immediately give him a healing potion.
Can I take my grasping vine, and I want to reach out and grab the elven man real quick?
We can.
You reach out the grasping vine and you lift up the remnants of the elven man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I want to throw his remnants back onto our dance floor.
Okay. Well, your dance floor of the wall appears, so you chuck the corpse up onto the stone wall. All right, so you've all gathered around. You give Trinket, you administer a potion. Trinket heals. Which potion are you using?
The minimal, because somebody else can heal him.
Yeah,
I will
Yeah.
heal him.
That'll be 2d4 plus 2.
7. He's only got 7 though.
Okay, so Trinket comes to consciousness.
Trinket. Twink.
As soon as it opens up, and the first thing Trinket sees is your face, Trinket begins to lick the side of your face.
Buddy, I'm crying and I'm bending him and I'm saying it's okay.
Kima, Clarota, and Vax, you guys are on the ground. You can feel the stone or the stones and bones beginning to pull up against your feet. Clarota immediately begins to lift off the ground using his levitation ability, and
Can I, as I walk, just
pulls
kinda,
free
like,
of the bones and kind of lifts there for a second. Yes?
can just like keep propellering my mace of disruption, like as I walk. On
You
the
can.
ground?
As you're walking around, you're just hitting bits of bone, and as you are, they're just disintegrating, turning to dust. I mean, it's leaving a track, a little bit like a groove in the ground as you do so. But
Follow me! Follow the track!
We should go.
But I'm gonna loot this corpse real quick, or see if I see anything with this
make an investigation check.
corpse. Does anyone want to help me? Who's got better investigation?
Sure.
I would, I've got it, but I'm busy with Trinket.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
roll
never
five.
mind.
Yeah, no, I've got it. 24.
24. All right.
Madeline.
The you start looking at it, and like the body that the clothes that are on her are soiled and destroyed and are just ruined by whatever process it went through. As you inspected the shoulders where the tentacles are, you start seeing these strange little fleshy nubs. And as you kind of pull away at where the wounds were taken from pulling off, you can see there are arms inside the torso that were pushed inside to attach to this entity. Can you what?
Go ahead, sorry.
You can see like a couple of fingers poking out of each side.
Should we take the body?
Do we see any
I'll further inspect.
ligature? Like, is there sewing? Has it been stitched together?
The tentacles were stitched to it, and you can't see any actual stitches. Like, it's this weird thing where it's bonded
magical
to it,
stitching?
but it looks like some sort of strange...
I'll do an Arcana check on that, and I got 18.
Okay, there is a magical essence from somewhere in the torso, but you can't quite ascertain.
From somewhere in the torso?
Do we
Yes.
recognize this elf at all?
You don't recognize any of its face because it's gone.
Right.
Bad news, disintegrated its head. Unless you want to piece all the pieces that are currently on Vax together and try and reform the face. But from what you can tell, it wasn't anything you'd recognize necessarily.
I'll take out my dagger and dig into its torso.
Yeah,
As you
yeah.
begin to pull out bits, the rest of you guys manage to make your way up to the top of this stone wall now. You're all, for the most part, safe for the time being.
Oh no!
Thank you for that.
Sorry. As you kind of cut through the body, you start seeing there are just layers and layers of teeth growing on all portions on the interior of it. You find the fingers are attached to a hand, which are attached to a wrist. You pull a little bit, and with this horrible, sickening sound, you manage to pull an arm out from inside the torso, covered in its own blood and fluids.
Prestidigitation. Clean that up.
Clean it off. The magical essence you were seeing earlier actually is coming from a set of metallic bracers that are on the wrists of this elf.
Take him. Let's take him. Why I take him?
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't put him on though. Don't put him on.
Really?
I'll look at. I'll inspect them.
Okay, you got a contract.
That's 13.
13. It takes you a while, but you manage to get an idea of what the essence of the magic is.
What is it?
Vex, I think you would.
I think it's for you, babe.
Really? What is it?
Translated, it's bracers of archery. You should check it out.
Oh, sweet. I think I could do that.
I cast cure wounds on Trinket,
Okay.
and I cast him to 20.
Okay, so
Second level. Alright, I rolled.
you rolled a 20 total?
Yeah.
Okay,
20
so Trinket heals up to 20. Heals 20 more hit points.
Really?
So keep tabs on that, because that will carry over into the next session.
It's okay.
Alright, so you guys are now standing aloft on the wall. You can barely see past about another 120, 150 feet ahead of you. The sea of bone, chips, and glass seems to eventually fade into more stone.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, will you lead the way, Pike?
Yeah,
With your
disintegrate
crazy
that
mace
bone
pads?
as we walk out of
Alright,
it.
can I just,
Air guitarist out
you know, keep on.
Actually, wait a minute. Hold on a sec. My water sphere is still there, isn't it? I'm going to take it and it pushes along our way as well, in front of her, who's swinging it as well.
Okay.
Because I can push it up to 30 feet.
So you're pushing this behind her, or?
In front of her, just like a nice little fairly like 30 feet from where we are. Just
Okay. So the spear kind of crests ahead as you guys push forward. Pike, you're taking your mace of disruption with your shield up and just slamming it before you. As it does, there's just like plumes of dust that are being cast into the air behind you guys. You kind of cough a little bit as it's kind of lifting the small spray of dust. You eventually make your way across this open this open field of bone and glass to the other side, finding for the first time in a little bit of time solid stone ground. You all take a moment and gather your breath, and as you're taking a moment, you look over and you can see in the darkness ahead of you what looks to be a faint source of light around another large pillar or cluster of stone in the distance.
Is it a color?
Do I see any tracks
It's
around?
reddish orange and it appears to have a flicker to it.
Do I see tracks? Can I sense Goliath tracks?
Go ahead and roll a survival check.
How far away is it from us?
It's probably, say about 70, 80 feet.
25?
25. You see more Duragar feet patterns, and you see those same singular tracks.
And you said it's flickering, the light?
Yes.
Probably campfire.
Yeah.
Let's go kick some ass.
Want to go see?
I'll go take a look.
Maybe we can
Stealth.
take a short rest there.
Do we need it? Is anyone
Just
hurt?
a short one.
25.
I mean, for spells.
25.
Might-
Everyone rest while I go peek, because I'm fine.
I don't need rest for. We don't need rest for spells. We
Was
just
it-
need rest for health, right?
Just a short rest, yeah. So I can
If
like
we take a
recharge
short
my
rest, do
animal
we get any
changes.
spells?
No
back?
spells back, no, unfortunately. You guys stay back while you go ahead and stealth your way up. Did you roll disadvantage on that one? Disadvantage on this?
Disadvantage on it?
Your foot.
It's your foot.
But the cloak then cancels it out.
That's right, yes. So you're fine. So it's a natural roll.
So 25.
25, okay. So you make your way through the darkness around the side of the stone platform, and as you crest your vision, you can see the flickering is indeed a small campfire. Not used for light, but apparently used for cooking. As the scent also hits you, there is some sort of meat currently being cooked on this flame.
It smells good.
It smells pretty good. You're not quite sure what the source of the meat is. You worry for a second because you see the two Duragar that are sitting there currently holding the meat in the center of this are standing next to a giant troll who has its hand on the side of a rickety wooden cart. On this cart, which you can see, there are two sets of wheels on each side. There is a large, lumbering Goliath individual currently held down with bands of iron. Your mind for a second thinks, oh god, are they eating him? But you see he appears to be intact, though with a quick glance as you peer on the other side of the stone column, you can see his body is riddled with scratches and small wounds and incisions, and you can see where streaks of dried blood are across his entire body.
Oh no.
They're gonna try to make him into one of the Stitch monsters.
Yes, they are.
We're not there.
You also do see across the way there are 3 tents set up around this area. One of the tents opens up, and you see a Duragar female step out, silver circlet across her forehead, long robes. Queen Ulara walks up and starts talking to the other Duragar, pointing to your Goliath friend, to Grog, on the front of this. Motions to the other two, and steps back into the tent, closing it behind her as the two other Duragar kind of like grin. One reaches into his pouch and begins to pull out small, looks like metal hooked utensils, possibly to go in for another round of whatever they've been doing.
I'm gonna kill that bitch.
Into my earring. Come now.
Vax just said we should go.
And this is where we're going to end today's session.
Okay.
Wow, that was.
I know what we're gonna do.
exciting.
Oh
And-
my gosh.
And I feel like empowering to a lot of the
Female viewers.
Pike did a lot of important things.
There you go.
I would agree.
Hola, everybody.
Hello, buddy.
Ah, that was intense again.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You guys are giving me anxiety attacks. You guys and Felicia being in the chat room the whole time. So I wanted to shout out some thank yous. Oh, and you guys still have time if you scroll down on the main page to 826LA donate button. Click on that and donate for these guys for the wonderful work that they're doing. And we're getting ready to read out all of your donation messages on the stream.
Yes, thank you guys so much for donating to 826LA. They're an amazing charity, and your support is very much appreciated.
First off, we wanted to thank a couple people that provided the food for tonight.
Yeah. So delicious.
Runit Geek, Musiuk,
Running Geek, thank you guys.
Thanks,
and
Musiuk.
Timothy,
Thank you.
So delicious.
Hudson, and Amir.
Thank you, Amir.
Okay, I'm gonna
What'd you
load
do
up
that for?
donation messages.
Fired.
Just a note, guys. Good choice tonight on the Abyssal Abomination.
That was
Did that?
that was the tap
You
room
did
though.
That was a chat.
Did, yeah.
Chat room.
Wow.
That was mean.
You almost killed a bear.
Okay, guys, we got a lot of these.
Well
You ready?
Yeah. They almost killed
We
Trinket.
got Axis of Anarchy.
Axis.
Axis.
Less than 3, Matt, Taliesin, Ashley, Marisha, Laura, Liam, Orion, and Sam.
Oh.
Hashtag find Grog.
No.
Oh, fine, bro.
We did. We found him.
found him.
Vorak 1024. Glad to donate every week for such a good cause. Critical Role is an inspiration to my entire D&D party, and watching helps my DMing greatly. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yay, thank you.
Thanks, bud.
Meg the Dreamer. Hashtag Critical Role. Thank you so much for everything with... Oh gosh, these are so hard to read. With amazing stories, adventures, and great senses of humor that brings happiness and makes me laugh and warms my heart. Thank you so much for the love, my art. Oh, Twitter at the Anime Dreamer, and my birthday wishes to Megan L.
Oh,
Megan!
Megan!
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you for all the art.
Thanks, Megan.
Examiner
Yeah, your art's
Invictus
great.
made the easy decision to skip the midnight showing of Avengers to catch this show. Hashtag listen 3.
Easy decision.
You're a better man
That's
than
right.
Grog.
Better than Grog.
I also suggest all of you guys hit up Twitter and give Travis some shit.
Yeah.
Playfully loving shit, because the movie's
Playfully.
awesome.
Yeah.
And it's
loving,
great.
loving shit.
This
Yeah,
is the only
follow
night
us
they're going
on
to show
Twitter
it,
and
though,
then
so
help
when
us
else was he
see
going
how
to see it?
That's true.
Let him know that Overlord says he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Beansy McCoy.
Beansy.
No, but
Great
seriously,
name.
I need a shirt that says, "How do you want to do this?"
I know.
Yeah.
We're working
We're
on it.
working
We're
on
working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Thank you, Vince.
Outdated reference. About to run my first session of D&D this Sunday. Thanks to you guys for the inspiration. So excited.
Reference.
Good luck.
Make it happen.
Good luck.
May your dice roll 20s and TPK your party.
WTS Fox, thank you.
Evil man.
Tony Lone Fight, you are all so amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this. I hope this
Tony.
donation helps.
Very much so,
He
Tony.
does.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Tony.
Success. Thank you.
Useless Rogue.
Useless Rogue, yeah, what's up?
Hey, you're not useless.
Useless rogue.
Assuaging my guilt over my vote in the straw poll tonight. I thought you chose well. That was a fun fight.
Silent
Watching you.
Kagemusha, Critical Role, adding a cave effect to the audio when you are in the cave adds an interesting atmosphere to the show.
Awesome, thank you.
It does.
That's what they did, and I feel he kept saying that in the chat room. I was like, I wish I could do that for you, but that's not. I can't do it. Too much work. Kurt Cole donated for Zach Eubank and all that he does. Oh, thanks, Kurt.
Aw.
Appreciate that.
There you go.
Kurt.
That's great. Thank you guys a lot.
He does a lot.
G1 Big Daddy Hef.
Yeah.
Working retail can be draining, and I want to thank you so much for inspiring me and brightening my day. Currently working on creating a new campaign to try and get my coworkers involved in. I'm happy to lend some money to help out the 826LA charity.
Oh, thank you so much.
We've been there in retail.
Yeah.
We feel your pain.
Keto Fet 101. If I can help such a great cause with the donation the way... sorry. If I can help with such a great cause with the donation the way you wonderful people help me, then I'll give what I can. Thank you so much for bringing a smile to my face with your amazing work and the awesomeness that is Critical Role. Love you guys.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks, bud. I'll take all the credit for that one.
Yeah. Resident Ogre Crit Karma.
Kurt Karma.
Woohoo!
Katya is alive.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Katya's
Katya.
alive.
Thank you, Katya.
Verkatjol, you guys are amazing. Thanks for making this week more fun and wanting to help kids.
Yay.
Thank you, Virkatchel.
Thank you.
GeoNerd79, I love you guys so many emotions.
I feel you, GeoNerd.
Thanks, GeoNerd.
I feel you. A lot of emony.
For you
in
too.
this room.
Poltergeist123, hashtag less than 3.
Thank you, Poltergeist.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Poltergeist.
Thank you.
And we're reloading to see who all has donated since. Okay, some more. Homegrown Hero, I just got here. I missed everything. Can I watch tonight's show somewhere? Yeah, if you're a sub, it'll be up immediately. If you're not a sub, we'll do a rebroadcast, and if you wait 4 hours from now, it'll probably be back in the rotation, and by tomorrow afternoon, it'll be up on the website.
Yay! Geekandsundry.com.
Correct. Wheelie Factoids.
Oh yeah, Wheelie.
Liam, do you prefer single or double edge blade? And Laura, what color is Trinket?
Trinket is brown.
Double-edged.
Bam. Factoids.
Factoids.
Zophyr, amazing show and a worthy cause.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Zophyr.
Zophyr.
Alduin, keep up the awesome work you're doing.
Thank you, Alduin.
Thanks,
You.
Alduin.
Other than
Titan.
destroying all of Skyrim, but you know.
The Fallen Titan, love and crit roll, keep it up. Also, Orion, are you going to make any more music videos
Orion.
with
Orion.
Alex Lewis?
It's Orion, Zach.
Orion.
Chat room a costume for that, please. Yes, we actually.
wrong, and I just read it.
Yeah, actually, me and Alex Lewis slash Ida Thumbtack are doing more music videos and funny stuff. Thank you for asking. Thank you.
Cheesebug88, less than 3.
Cheesebug.
Cheesebug.
And the Crazy
Cheesebug.
Nexie, less than
I love
3 to the
that.
Critical Role team.
Oh, thank you, Crazy Nexie.
Thanks, Crazy Nexie.
Please, next
Thank you
week,
guys.
Fantastic.
You guys are awesome.
Just because we didn't get a chance to read, please don't stop donating. All you gotta do is scroll down to donate to 826LA, or they'll link it in the chat room. Tune in tomorrow. We have Felicia Day stopping by to play lady games.
Yeah.
So everyone will be dressed up in
I'll be
suits.
watching that. Yeah. It's my favorite.
Absolutely.
We're
He
playing.
watches it all the time.
We're playing Ladies
seen
and
it.
Gentlemen, and there might be some gender reversal going on in that. And we're also going to be doing a new card game that was just kickstarted with Indiecade, and we have musical guest Echo Sparks coming by,
Nice.
as well as So You Don't Have To with Hector and Becca, and we will be doing some things to them that are not very polite and making them play pony games because we have a lot of pony Steam keys to give away.
Interesting.
Ponies.
Also, everyone, Matt and I recently did another Hot Pepper Gaming video, another Hot Pepper game review.
You
So
haven't
if
seen
you go check it out on YouTube at Hot Pepper Gaming,
Oh,
they're super fun.
They completely keep their composure.
And
Oh,
you
totally.
should,
They don't break.
chat room should start pressuring these guys to all do one.
What?
It looks
No.
painful.
I've already
You guys
put
are
my
next.
request
Another
into
one.
Hot Pepper.
I want to do it.
He's
Are
done
we
one
doing
before.
this?
I want to do
I've
it.
done one before. I think I hold the grossest.
Everyone else does it.
Original is
Just
still
not running
probably
out
my
of my
favorite.
face. I want to do it.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Pretty-
I do
That's
not.
pretty gnarly.
They want me to show you while we're live, actually, the emote that they made for you.
I saw it.
saw
You
it.
guys made me an emote.
They made an emote for Ashley?
She's watching the chat room, guys, so
Post
just
it.
start.
Post it.
Okay.
What is it? Wait, I want to see it. Pull up the chat room.
It's gonna take like
Sure,
2
right
minutes.
now.
2 minutes to
Right.
elapse.
Is
It's
she an
30
astronaut?
seconds.
That's what it looked like.
Is it a
What?
pony suit? Is it Spider-Gwen? What's the?
It's
what
an
is she wearing?
astronaut.
It's an astronaut, Ashley.
Oh, come on,
Astronaut
guys.
Ashley?
That's awesome.
That's great.
Oh, what the heck?
That's so good. There it is. Oh my God, that's so cute. I just see a bunch of.
Oh, there it is. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Like little Buzz Lightyears.
You need to
Well done, guys.
Oh, thank you guys.
Thank you guys for
so
tuning
many
in.
of
Thank you
them.
guys so much. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you next week.
Night.
Bye.